Hey everyone, welcome back to the Gray Street Podcast. It's been over a year since the last episode, and the reason for that is because, we have a new co-host now because Danny is no longer with us. I sometimes if I listen closely, I can still hear him in the distance.
I'm right here. I'm just producing the show.
Anyways, our new co-host is Anthony, the drummer of the band. Please introduce yourself, Anthony.
Hello, my name is Anthony Capo, and I'm the drummer for Gray Street. Been so for the past year now, actually.
Yeah, it's been almost exactly a year now.
Yeah, no, it's been just over exactly a year.
Oh, has it now?
Yeah.
I don't keep track of time.
It's been a year and a day.
Anyways, so yeah, this podcast, we're going to basically talk about whatever we want to talk about. That could be music, video games, and mostly we'll probably talk about pop culture type stuff, just like we did before. Maybe talk about YouTube drama if it's big enough for me to bring it up. Like if it's something huge. Like there's some drama with Sky Does Minecraft, but I haven't really gotten we're kind of waiting. Well, I'm kind of waiting to see how things go to decide if I want to talk about that or not. But today, I need to ask you, Anthony, an important question.
Okay.
All right. Why is Nikola Tesla versus Thomas Edison your favorite rap battle of all time? And why is it the greatest rap battle of all time?
It's not. Both of those are incorrect. It is pretty. It's a pretty decent battle in the grand scope of epic rap battles of history. It is one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite because it's actually one that's like neck and neck, like in terms of like the two battlers going at it. But it's not like it doesn't hit for me, as well as Harry Potter versus Luke Skywalker, or the Vader versus Hitler trilogy. Or another one I really, really enjoy is Edgar Allan Poe versus Stephen King.
Oh yeah, I love that one. That's one of my favorites because Edgar Allan Poe is actually one of my favorite authors. So that moves on. I need to move on to my next question. Why is your favorite author Edgar Allan Poe, and why is he the greatest author of all time?
No and no.
Michael, we're not doing this. It's only one question.
Oh, right. Also, he's more of a poet than an author.
Actually, speaking of the Edgar Allan Poe versus Stephen King battle, I had a thought about that battle specifically. Not even in terms of like what they say in the battle. Is that the only epic rap battle of history where Peter or Lloyd don't show up at all?
I think there's other ones like the when it's like a girl versus a girl.
No, like in terms of like you see them.
Oh, visually. I'd have to think about it. I'm sure there are others. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna name Deadpool versus Boba Fett, but they play like stormtroopers and stuff like that, and like rebels and whatnot.
And also, Lloyd voices Deadpool.
So yeah, let's just cut right into the chase. So
That's a good song.
That's a good song. Which, by the way, I should mention this right before we get into the main topic. So our first full-length album, is out right now. It features 12 tracks plus a hidden one, and Capo actually sings on one of the songs. He sings on Conflicted, which is right in the middle of the album. And then there's 5 main songs that I sing, 6 main songs that Danny sings, and then there's a bonus song at the end. So make sure you listen to the whole album the whole way through, and let us know in the comments or wherever you want to reach us what your, let's say, top 3 favorite songs from the album are. I'd be kind of interested to see what people say. Anyways, the topic for today, we're going to talk about epic rap battles of history. Now,
You gotta say it right.
Epic rap battles of history! Woo! Anyways, so a while ago, I actually went through the entirety of the series, and I decided to kind of rate them on a scale from 1 to 5. So I know that you are also pretty interested in epic rap battles of history.
Yes.
And I think we both watched Screwface John and Knox Hill. We watched them kind of analyze and by the way, you should go check them out if you haven't heard of them before. But we watched
And also
them.
watch Epic Rap Battles of History if you haven't, or just rewatch it.
Yeah, you should rewatch the whole thing right now, but after the podcast. Anyways, so we're going to get right into it. So, Anthony, you can read out my scores, and then you could say halt. If you see something, well, don't literally say halt. But yeah, stop me whenever you see something you disagree with.
All right. Well, John Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly, 1 out of 5. I can agree with. It is, although it is the first one.
It's the first one.
So it has the distinction of like, if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have
people
literally the rest of it.
A lot of people usually cut that one slack because they're like, oh, it's the first one. But the problem with that is the second one is Vader versus Hitler, which is one of the best ones.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 for sure, easily.
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln versus Chuck Norris. I'll give it. Yeah, I'll agree with your 2 out of 5 rating.
Yeah,
Only
the Chuck Norris jokes kind of have aged at this point.
It does score a little higher just for the way he opens the second verse. I spread more blood and gore than 40 score of your puny civil wars.
Yeah.
Like that's like, okay, the
pen's
line. Coming out. The pen's coming out
no,
for
yeah,
that
definitely.
one.
I think that the thing is, like, you also have to take into account, can you imagine any kid, like any like teenager right now watching that and understanding Chuck Norris jokes at all?
I think that might be the only dated
Chuck Norris is like the Chuck Norris jokes
of ERBs. I think that's the like most dated one because it was made in response to a meme, and like there's some long lasting memes. Like if ERB decided to make a Rick Astley versus someone else, everyone knows what a Rick roll is.
Yeah, Rick roll still is relevant to this day.
But Chuck Norris jokes, yeah, it's
that's like if they did a rap battle on the Where Are Those guy.
Yeah, or the Island Boys.
Oh my God, no, not the Island Boys.
Anywho, Sarah Palin versus Lady Gaga. I would give it a 3 out of 5. You gave it a 2 out of 5. I think we discussed this earlier, where the first rounds from each of them are very heavy, but it's a first round. It's very first round packed, and the second rounds aren't as meaty.
I just feel like Lady Gaga is kind of. I feel like they wasted an opportunity because they could have had Madonna versus Lady Gaga.
Yeah, but
that would make more sense.
Yeah, I feel like Sarah Palin versus Lady Gaga is in the same vein as like Lennon and Bill O'Reilly because it's like opposite sides of like a cultural political spectrum.
Right, but the other thing about it is like, I mean, Sarah Palin is not really relevant anymore. Like the thing about the presidential battles is they will technically not be relevant after a given amount of time, but they're the presidents.
And they stand, it's like a moment in time, not just a meme. It's like, oh yeah, this was a thing happening, what was a now and is now a then.
Yeah.
You can look at it, it's like, oh yeah, this is a monument to what was going on. Speaking of oddly, like, I wouldn't even say it's like political opposites. I'm just kind of confused. Kim Jong-il versus Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I think it's because they're both superpowers.
I guess.
I don't really.
Watch me snap into a Slim Jim Kim Jong-il. Like, okay, start feeding your people. Like,
that's the only part I like is the part where Epic Lloyd plays Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, 3 minutes of playtime.
Oh man, bro, I wish he was still around. Imagine if he was in No Way Home.
Oh my God. No Way Home spoilers here.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it,
not until the next episode. At least.
Yeah. Well.
Next
watch Spider-Man No Way Home however best you can.
Yeah, and if you live in a country that doesn't play it, move to America.
Or get a VPN. And
yeah, you can do that too.
Bieber versus Beethoven. It's alright.
The biggest problem is the guy that plays Bieber. His voice is just. I get there. They were trying to make fun of like, oh, Bieber's like. They were just everyone was hating Bieber at the time, so they were making fun of his singing or whatever. But the guy, like, you should have gotten someone who can at least, sing, because Bieber give all the grief you want to Bieber. Bieber
it was
can
2011 Bieber when he was going through like puberty and his voice was not the most consistent.
Isn't that when Baby came out? 2011.
This is like a year into the Bieber fever. So like because Beethoven brings up not wanting to listen to My World, which is actually not being able to hear or listen to My World because he's deaf.
Yeah.
Which is actually a heavier bar than is initially interpreted as, because it's not just the song My World. There's like remixes, there's multiple versions of the album of My World. It's not just hearing one song. It's like, I don't want to hear any of your discography that is called My World, because there's a lot of My World for Bieber.
Well, I think the other thing I want to point out lyrics wise is something that always confused me is when Screwface Jean, when he was like reviewing it, he was like, why is saying you get girls on your Facebook pages a diss? And I feel like he misses the point.
Yeah.
For Beethoven, it's a diss because what Beethoven is saying is like, yeah, your music is getting you bitches now, but your music isn't gonna have a lasting impact on history.
Well, also, I think the use of that word is not in reference to getting girls. It's getting like weird people. Like it's not so, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's not it's like your music's not getting you the good kind of attention. It's just getting like
Well, yeah, it's basically I think the bigger point of the line is simply like, look, your music is just getting you stuff that's gonna last right now.
yeah.
Your music's not leaving an impact on the world. I mean, Beethoven music has been around for centuries.
Yeah.
And Bieber, I could see an argument where some of his music might last, but like nobody listens to Baby anymore. Vast majority of people, I'd say. Like I think Sorry probably has a better impact than Baby.
And that Where Are You Now song, I actually like that song.
That whole album I thought was actually pretty good. If I'm gonna give Bieber props.
Well, that's not
What Do You Mean is another great song.
It's a bop. But no, Where Are You Now was a Skrillex and Diplo track featuring Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but wasn't that still on his album?
I'm not sure if it was featured on his album. I know it was on Skrillex and Diplo's Jack U album.
Well, those are like the 3 Bieber singles that came out like around the same time.
Because they were all Skrillex produced.
Yeah. What do you mean? That's a good song.
Skrillex is low-key a good producer.
No,
we'll get to Skrillex too.
No, off topic to Skrillex though is I know we when Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, Utada Hikaru was gonna do a song with Skrillex, and I was like, what? No, because when I was in high school, Skrillex was kind of like a laughing stock.
Yeah.
But bruh, that Face My Fears is such a banger of a song. No one can deny it. If you can listen to Face My Fears by Utada Hikaru, great song. Anyways.
And for me, I would recommend listening to Wasted Times by The Weeknd from his My Dear Melancholy EP. Skrillex produced that track. It is so clean. Like it's almost insane how good that song is sonically.
Right.
Anyway, Einstein versus Hawking.
I feel like Einstein demolished Hawking.
Yeah.
Because Hawking has one amazing
I'm a
line.
supercomputer, you're like a TI-82.
No, that's a good line. But his great line is there are 10 million
particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them in the one nerd.
That's the greatest line in the whole song. But dude, Einstein, like he's saying
it's Zach Sherwin, man.
Yeah, Sherwin, and it's Zach Sherwin's first appearance too.
And that's when he was MC Napkins, not even as Zach Sherwin.
Bro, he was demolishing him. He's just like being like, "Oh, you can't even stand." Like he's.
Yeah, I see you brought your own chair. Like
yeah, he's like, "Oh, you sound like Wally having sex with a speak and spell."
Like absolute
dude,
savagery. Yeah,
it's fucking the kind of shit that could get canceled today. Just shitting on the cripple.
And this is before Hawking died.
Yeah, it's before Hawking died,
a few years before Hawking died, which is... Well, we'll get to a battle where the person just died, and they made a battle with
There's
that
a few of those,
person.
surprisingly enough.
Yeah. Okay, the next one. The one that people forget how it came to be, when it was just like, they're like, hey, give us the most random suggestion. And, like, I get it. It's the most... like pure thing versus the most, I guess, evil thing, and that is Genghis Khan versus the Easter Bunny.
Isn't the actual reason that that matchup makes sense is because they both fucked like crazy? Like bunnies fuck like crazy. Genghis Khan fucked everybody.
I never put that together. Huh.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that comment in that video before.
Interesting.
I think that what did I give it?
You gave it a 1 out of 5, and I agree.
I was about to say it gets overhated, but I mean, yeah, I do stick by it being 1 out of 5.
You could be overhated and still be ugh.
Because people would say, "Oh, it's the worst one." I don't think it's the worst one. Well, I think it is probably the worst one, but I don't know. I like it more than like Oprah versus
Ellen.
Ellen.
Well, wait, we'll get to that one because I actually have a thought. I have some words about that battle. But we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Napoleon versus Napoleon. That's a decent 3 out of 5. Like you gave it. Yeah, 3 out of 5.
It's just an average one. It's not bad.
There's some good lines. You're the only type of dynamite that's never gonna bang. You're the emperor. You're the emperor of the Lollipop Guild. And
what does he say? I'll beat you so bad you'll turn into a virgin.
You make a virgin meringue.
Yeah. That's a great one. And I don't
This
think...
is a rap roller coaster you're not even tall enough to ride.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I don't think Napoleon Dynamite has that many good lines, but the impression is, like, perfect.
Oh, no, yeah, Peter nailed it.
Dude.
Gosh.
Freaking idiot.
Oh, my nunchucks.
I love that movie. I haven't seen it in, like, probably over a decade, but I do love it.
It's got its charm. I want A24 to make a remake of Napoleon Dynamite. Anyway, Ben Franklin versus Billy Mays. This is what I was referencing earlier.
Yeah, this one, like, Billy Mays, like, died, like, really recently.
Yeah, and he dies mid-battle. And the guy does a fantastic impression of him, but he doesn't really have much to say.
Yeah, his lines aren't that hard-hitting, but he's, like... His impression is spot on.
But Lloyd as Ben Franklin just goes
He's
in.
demolishing him.
And he call me Arthur
like,
Miller, son. Like, golly, you couldn't sell Rick James a bag of crack.
Dude, he's like he's going so unnecessarily ham on him.
Your style is so broke, they call you Poor Richard. It's bad enough I gotta see you every time I tip a stripper. Like,
oh yeah, what's the ShamWow guy shows up at the end.
My God, yeah, he goes in too. But I think I would count that as the way Screw does it, where it's like two separate battles. Where it's like Franklin wins against Billy, and then ShamWow guy wins against Ben. Okay, actually, this next battle...
But what I don't think it's fair about saying that is that on Franklin's second verse, he wasn't fighting the ShamWow guy.
Yeah.
So he never even got the chance to fight against the ShamWow guy. So it is kind of one-sided in that way.
Yeah. I will say this next battle, I'm going to say... I don't know if they'd ever even consider this. I want them to remake a battle.
I'd be down if they remade the first season, to be honest.
Not the entire first season?
No, not. I don't think they should touch the Hitler versus Vader.
Oh, no.
Because I think that, I don't know if it was a tweet or a comment, but I heard that Lloyd said he regretted ever playing Hitler, which I think is silly. Like,
I've heard about that. I'm not sure if it's true, though, and
I hope it's not true, but if it is true, that's, like, silly, dude. Like, you obviously weren't promoting Hitler. You were literally making fun of him. Yeah. And he literally got killed like 3 times in a row.
I feel like after...
Well, not killed, but you know what I mean.
Especially now after Jojo Rabbit, I feel like we can just be like, haha.
But it's like, it's the same thing with like, you know, when people were mad at PewDiePie for making Nazi jokes. It's like, dude, it's not trying to hype up the Nazis. It's trying to make fun of the Nazis. Like, it's like, I don't understand how it got to the point where we can't make fun of Nazis. And it's like, you're making fun of Nazis, so you must be a Nazi. It's like, what?
The train of thought.
Like, imagine if someone went up, oh, you're making fun of Trump, you must be a Trump supporter. It's nearly the same leap in logic when you think about it. It's insanity.
Like, I would want them to remake Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly and this next battle, Gandalf versus Dumbledore, because that's a heavyweight matchup that could be done so much better now.
I think they could even do a Lego battle with that.
Ooh,
because
the thing is, we just got Harry Potter in there, like, so I feel like to do it again with that.
Well, Zeus versus Thor was like what, 2019?
No, that was early, man.
2018?
No, I'm talking. That was
2012.
2014.
No way.
Really?
Let me look that up.
No, that was season 3 or 4, man. And remember, they took a couple years off.
Let me see.
I promise you.
Zeus versus Thor.
It's gonna say like 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, you're right. That was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right.
I still think they should do a Lego battle for that, though.
A remake of that, regardless. I think.
Yeah, because bro, the flow that Lloyd starts off with is so weird.
I feel like they gave him a different beat, and then they changed the beat.
I rap in fast post. Like Shadowfax.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
And also, that's a dated line. I have no idea who Shadowfax is.
I don't know what Shadowfax is.
Like, respect to whoever Shadowfax is, but like,
yo, shout out to Shadowfax.
I don't know. Like, Watsky was more well known, I would think, at that time for the fast rapping thing than whoever Shadowfax is.
I mean, Watsky's in the first season.
Watsky, the next battle is Dr. Seuss versus Shakespeare. And you gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mainly brought it down because of Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's a Lord of the Rings reference? Shadowfax?
You thought it was a rapper?
Yeah, I thought it was a rapper.
I didn't know what it was.
Interesting.
Shadowfax was a descendant of Felaroth. Thank you, producer Dan. I mean, Danny's gone. Anyways, and a chieftain of the race of long-lived Maras. The great. If I'm pronouncing things wrong, I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Greatest horses of Middle Earth. Shadowfax was capable of comprehending human speech. Oh, it's the horse. It's the horse. Well then.
Oh.
Redact everything that we just said. I guess it's not a dated line. It's just
Well, it's not.
We didn't know it was.
I think it's just a weird line. It's just like it's.
Well, he's saying
there's
he
the-
raps fast, like how fast Shadowfax is.
That's not the best line though.
Well, it's just his flow is weird.
Yeah, the flow's weird, but then
The beat's not that good either.
yeah, Peter comes in as Dumbledore, kind of saves it.
Yeah, but even his impression of Dumbledore isn't like, like it doesn't sound anything.
deep voice.
Like
that he could
it's
do.
not even. Neither of them sound anything like either of their characters.
Yeah, they would learn. They would eventually get the money, and also attain the skill to do impressions better and getting other rappers.
I'll
and
say
actors.
between the two of them, Epic Lloyd is the best at impressions.
I would actually say Peter's the better performer and Lloyd's the better rapper.
I think no, I agree with that, but I'm saying like when it just comes to vocal impressions, because like Deadpool sound.
Oh no, that was spot on.
I thought that I was like, did they get Ryan Reynolds for this? Why did it sounds just
yeah,
like
or Troy
him.
Baker. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
got you just got one of the
Who you calling schizophrenic?
full of bad choices. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
But Seuss versus Shakespeare. Yeah, when I remember my mind being blown, like when I was a wee freshman in high school, and I see them Seuss paint Cat in the Hat, and I'm like, oh no, he's about to go in on Shakespeare. It was a cool
What
battle.
was the reason that Seuss himself didn't rap again?
I think we just.
They just wanted to have.
I think
Cat in the
it
Hat.
was just an actor. He
Okay.
just played him, and like we know Seuss's characters more than Seuss. Like his characters speak for him.
What if they had
If they had the Grinch come in, oh, that would have been.
I would have. You know what? I would have rather the Grinch pop in than Thing 1 and Thing 2. Honestly.
Yeah, Lloyd is the Grinch. That
But
would
I
have
think
been.
the Grinch is too tied to Christmas, so they probably were like, we'll use the Grinch one day for like a Christmas.
Or maybe
episode.
if they saved that battle for Christmas.
I just realized.
and then the Grinch
I'm
comes
amazed they
in.
haven't used the Grinch yet in anything.
Hey, Peter, Lloyd, if you
you're
ever hear this, we love you, and also
Cast me as the Grinch. I make parodies already. Cast me.
Mr. T versus Mr. Rogers. You gave it a 4 out of 5, and I can agree with
Yeah,
that.
I
Man.
think Mr. Rogers wins.
Mr. Rogers wins
He's
for
just
sure.
like, I'll cut you into 4 black dudes and I'll remake Cool Runnings. It's like, God damn, dude. What the
Why'd
fuck?
you have to say that?
Yeah.
No,
I used to think
I pity your neck, Mr. Gold Chains. You got too many. The only goal I keep is
The
on the
shelf
shelf
in
in my
Emmys.
in my Emmys. Like flex, man.
Bruh. No, I think
M-
I used to
Mr.
think the
Teabag
Mr.
you and-
McFeely. I thought the Mr. McFeely line. I thought that was about Mr. McFeely being a pedophile, because I didn't know he was gay.
Yeah. Kirk Columbus, 3 out of 5. You gave it. Honestly, I would give it a 2. Like, I feel
really?
like, yeah, it's not like.
I really like Lloyd as Kirk.
Yeah, Lloyd as Kirk is great.
Like his
It's
flow is
just-
weird, but I think that's what I like
It's just
about
that
it.
Peter says nothing as Columbus, really. He makes some cool references and whatnot. And the CG opening that they do in the beginning is pretty cool.
But I like his first line in the second verse where he's like, battling
nothing
against
against
you
you is not even fun. It's like somebody sets your brain on stun.
Like, I think that's a great comeback.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, no, it's a mid battle.
Yeah.
Okay, Nice Peter versus Epic Lloyd 1. 4 out of 5. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
like,
good.
I think it could have been, I think it kind of ages a little because, like, they're like, I'll
Beat you, dislike you, and unsubscribe.
unsubscribe. And then, like, Peter does that old YouTube thing where he's like, like, he does that face. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's other things like that where it's like,
Yeah.
Also, you disliking doesn't mean anything anymore. So,
Oof.
So yeah, who would have thought saying dislike would age badly on YouTube?
Also, this is a time when Kasim G was like a bigger deal on YouTube.
No one now knows who that is.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. You know what? I'm gonna be real. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who I only know Kasim G because of Epic Rap Battles history.
I knew of Kasim G because he showed up on a few of the earliest Fine Bros React videos when they got YouTubers on, and he was on a couple of them.
I don't even remember him being there. See, I just don't remember him. It's like, it's not his fault. I'm sure he made great content, but I just don't know.
Okay, now we get to
season 2.
This is the golden age.
It's
right
like
here.
such a major jump in quality.
Yeah.
And you know what people have said? I've seen some people say, yeah, Epic Rap Battles isn't as good as it used to be. I don't think their quality has dropped that low at all compared to I don't think anything has gone as low as season 1 quality wise.
I think people just point at like a specific battle in a season and they're like, oh, it's not like it used to be. And it's just like, guys, look at the other battles that they've done.
Yeah, like if I wanted to be a douchebag and say, oh, season 5 sucks, I could just be like, Joe Biden versus Trump. Look at that. And now the whole season sucks. And it's like, that's not really fair. That's one battle.
All right, let's run this down. Hitler versus Vader 2, 5 out of 5. Couldn't agree
Easy.
more. Nothing.
It's easy.
There's nothing more to say about that. Really?
Now you're 6'5" and black, but can't get a date. Destroyed, dude. That line to me destroyed Vader.
6'6". He's 6'6".
6'6",
which is actually wrong because Vader's 6'4". But yeah, it's still a fire line. That whole battle is great. Chief versus Leonidas. Yeah, 4 out of 5. No, I can.
It's a good battle, and like the flow that Leonidas has.
Spartans, let's start this. Show this petty officer who's the hardest, and then he goes into his fast.
And then he goes into a fast flow. It's like damn.
And also, the cinematography makes it look kind of like 300. Like they up their game.
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know what YouTuber or actor that is, but that guy's built.
Yeah, good on you, dude.
I'd kiss him. Anyways,
Mario Brothers versus Wright Brothers.
Dude.
You gave it a 4 out of 5. Honestly, I give it a 3.
do you?
Yeah, it's all right.
I
mid.
really like the beat. Red and Link. I love them.
This is the first Red and Link
Red and Link battle, and Mario Brothers kind of suck, but I mean the Wright Brothers are great.
The one thing I remember the most is Luigi being censored by the coin sound.
Ba-ding!
Yeah, and Luigi mother.
Also, I think I really don't think they were just acting tough, but they should have had Mario be the tough guy and maybe have Luigi be the more technical guy. Because Luigi's not tough at all. Why would you have him be like, it's Luigi, motherfucker? It's like, what? That's not Luigi at all. Why is he acting like that?
Yeah,
but the Wright
it
brothers
is a battle, yeah.
And I like their flow too. It's like we're the Wright brothers.
You may fly like a hawk, but you fight like a kitty.
We don't need a fight. We're the fathers of flight.
Representing North Carolina. All right.
That's it.
Okay, this is a top 10 battle for sure. Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley.
Oh, that one's so good.
That is just, especially now after leaving Neverland, some of those Michael Jackson bars. Oof.
Oh, isn't there wasn't there an issue with Leaving Neverland where a lot of it ended up there's conflicting evidence with that?
There's that whole, well, not to get into that issue, but that's been a thing for 30 plus years now.
After all these years, I'll make a stand right now on my opinion on Michael Jackson. I don't think he's a pedophile because there's just not enough proof for me to outright claim he is. I think he was a child stuck in a man's body because of the abuse he faced. But I wouldn't outright call him a pedophile. But if someone believes he's a pedophile, I can't really blame them. That's kind of my take on Michael Jackson at this point. But anyways, as for
that battle is fire.
That battle's fire.
And I like that they changed into other versions.
They both transformed.
Yeah.
It's a better battle involving transforming than a future rap battle.
Yeah. Well, because it was more fair. And also better lyrics.
Those are my least favorite rap battles where they just give one of them way more time than the other one.
Or no, when it's a purposely one-sided battle.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to those later on. Cleopatra versus Marilyn Monroe, 5 out of 5, also top 10.
That's one of the most vicious.
Bloody baths.
Dude,
oh my God.
Lost so many kids they should call you miscarriage?
Your sandy vagina has a 7-year itch.
Bruh. It's like, oh, Danny.
God. It is just no holds barred, and
It's just so.
it's also the no. Is it the first one with no Peter or Lloyd?
Yeah, because in terms
of
extra
vocals,
not just vocals but visuals.
no, you see them in the background as Marlon Brando and the Kennedys.
Oh yeah. Okay, my bad.
No, this is the first one where they're not on
Unless
it
they're
at
doing
all.
the da-na-na-na-da, but I'm sure that's a sampled voice.
Probably. No, yeah, huh. Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates, legendary. And
Legendary.
then HAL 9000 comes in at the end.
Some people don't like the
legendary.
HAL 9000 inclusion. I think it's great.
I
love it.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to HAL 9000 because I've never seen.
Same. That was my introduction. Oh no, because I think people told me when I first saw Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because they have they do the scene of they put the chocolate in the shrink thing and then it's with the apes in Planet at the beginning of 2001: Space Odyssey.
Oh yeah,
It's a 2001 reference, which is
I've never gotten that until right now.
And also, Tim Burton directed his version of Planet of the Apes a few years prior, so
that's the best version of Planet of the Apes.
No, it's
not. Anthony, why is Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes
my
your favorite movie, and why is it the greatest movie of all time?
No and no, sir. No, not by a long shot.
That's funny.
All right. Oh, continuing with the slaughter, Sinatra and Freddie Mercury. God,
that one's so good, bruh. They have Freddie Mercury use a fucking slur. Kenny Dago.
Jeez.
It's like, dude. Easy, jaws of life. I can't stand a racist.
I love the colors and the quiz.
Just ask Sammy Davis.
My God. Okay, next one you say is 4 out of 5.
Can I shout out an ERB reactor that I actually dislike? Because I want to talk shit.
Oh my God.
Have you heard of We Scheme?
No.
We Scheme is this dude who does ERB reactions, and apparently he has beef with Screw. And in his reaction video, on his thumbnail, he had Bezos and his face. He did not have
He cut out
Screw's face, but in every other thumbnail for ERB, his face is there, but so are the other two battlers.
Bro, that's so petty.
And it's so and he never gives Screw any credit. In fact, he says something that turns out to not be true. He said people forget when they have guests, they write their lines for them usually, or write most of the lines, which is true in some cases. But Screw himself said, unless Screw's lying, but I'm sure if he was lying, ERB would have pointed that out.
Yeah.
That he wrote most of his own lines. So yeah. And so he was getting shat on in the comments, and he's like, "You guys are making up drama just to make up drama." But it's like your thumbnail you literally cut him out of your thumbnail. Like,
yeah.
What are people supposed to believe? Meanwhile, Knox Hill does point out at the start of his review that he doesn't like Screw, but he still judged it fairly and even gave Screw the win because he was like, the bars are better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways. That's enough shit talking.
Yeah.
Fuck you, We Scheme. You suck. Impartial bastard. If you're gonna do reactions and analyses of something, you need to be impartial. Otherwise, you're being a bitch.
As best you can. Because we all have some
If you do this again, I'm gonna call you an F slur on this podcast.
Jesus. Romney Obama, 4 out of 5. Honestly, this whole, I'll just say, I would honestly make all these rankings out of 10, just to because I would give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I get that, but the thing is, the reason why I give it a
9.
5 out of 5 is because I'm rating it on certain criteria, and that's why things like movies, I rank it on a 10 because there's so much to talk about when it comes to movies. But when it comes to a rap battle or a song, those are usually ranked out of 5. That's why you'll see on my rankings, I gave everything out of 5, but for an entire season, I ranked it out of 10.
Yeah.
So that way I could have a more precise ranking.
Yeah. And that when Lincoln jumped in at the end, I was just like, oh.
It was so good.
Get him. Get him.
I feel like that's the perfect format for a rap battle where you can just be okay. I feel like when it comes to the rap battles, it's okay to let your bias come through because obviously you're writing it, your bias is going to come through even if you don't try to. But a great way to combat that was by having Abe Lincoln at the end criticize both of them and then slap them both. Now,
Yeah.
this is the reason why I'm pointing this out is because this comes into later presidential rap battles. But one thing, the only reason why I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 is because I feel like Mitt Romney's portrayal was where the biases show through. Like, he's like, I'm rich! I'm sure Mitt Romney would never go up to someone and be like, I'm rich, vote for me. At least not direct like that. Like, I mean, Trump would probably do that. Definitely.
No, he's definitely done that.
He has done that. He's like, I'm rich. I know how to run a business. But it's like, Mitt Romney would not be like, I'm rich. I got fat stacks and super PACs. So that's the only reason why I kind of bring the grade down a little bit. Because to me, a 5 out of 5 is like, I can't picture anything being improved on the battle. That's my criteria for a 5 out of 5. Is like, I can't think of a way to make the battle better.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know why you gave Doc Brown versus Doctor Who a 4 out of 5. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because Watsky's not in it enough as the Tom Baker Doctor.
I gave it a 4 out of 5 because I love Watsky's verse. Doc Brown could have been a little bit better, but that loop at the end, like, I would give it a 3 out of 5. But that loop at the end with Doctor Who,
he erases the battle from existence.
That to me is the extra point because that's really cool editing wise.
Yeah, Screw missed that. He's just like, oh,
he ended the video.
Yeah, I was just like, not that he would get it because he even says that he's not. Like,
yeah, but he would have thought it was cool at least.
Yeah. Back to the savagery. Bruce Lee versus Clint Eastwood.
That's one of the most one-sided battles, and you wouldn't think that from Bruce Lee's first verse.
His second verse has some good burns in it too.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like to me, it's still one-sided. Even granting that Bruce Lee does have a lot of fire lines, but the thing is when Clint Eastwood comes back by saying like, no one in your
family. Leave the rapping to me. Stick to Chinese checkers. I beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever listens to a sequel.
Like,
golly.
Dude, bruh, like, holy shit.
I squint better than you.
I squint better than you.
What?
Fuck you, dude. I even squint better than you. It's like, holy shit. It's
I've
savage.
I fought the good and the bad. You must be the ugly. I would mess up your face, but your mama did it for me. Go tug your pistol for a fistful of your $1 million babies.
Yeah.
You were cool in the 80s maybe, but now you're just crazy. Like that flow.
No, his second verse is fire as hell, and his flow game is like great. But the problem is just
you
compared
feeling
to
lucky,
Clint
punk?
Eastwood.
That's what I'm asking. You can't be too tough. You got killed by an aspirin. And your one
it's just not fair.
Same size
it's
as your
not
pecker.
fair at all.
God.
Like,
but it's still savage both ways. 5 out of 5. Okay, yeah. Honestly, what is going to happen here is kind of how I feel about all of the battles that feature DC characters. It's about a 3 out of 5. Batman versus Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah. Like, he just doesn't play a good Batman.
Yeah. They even say it
in the later Nice Peter versus Epic Lloyd too.
Yeah.
But like he straight up doesn't like nice hat, dork. You look like a duck. Dork and duck does not rhyme.
No, he's
it's not even a slang rhyme.
He rhymes it with I had Alpha read your books.
They told me they suck. Okay, I remember
It's
now.
duck and suck. Yeah.
But even still, it's like you would think that Batman would be like a technical type of rapper, right?
Yeah, I would honestly like
very brainy raps.
Thing is, it leans into the Christian Bale how he that meme of like, where's Rachel? Where's the ball?
But they're sacrificing the performance for the meme.
Like if you went for the Kevin Conroy type of Batman,
or even the what's his name, the Michael Keaton Batman.
Well, Michael Keaton's Kevin Conroy's Batman is kind of based on Michael Keaton's.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if he had that more mysterious quality,
or just do something different.
Yeah,
just don't do that.
But Lloyd as
that's what saves it for me.
As Robin, oh my!
If it wasn't for Robin, it'd be a 2 out of 5.
The gold.
And you'll die with no friends except that needle in your arm. That's a good line. That's the one good line from Batman in the whole fucking rap.
Crush your British nuts
dude, Zach Sherwin,
and mash. No, when he goes into the slow mo and he like formulates how he's just gonna eviscerate him in the second round, I was just like, oh, let me just give Batman his flowers because he's about to join his parents. He's gonna die. Crazy. Moses versus Santa Claus. 3 of these points are just because of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it's like I don't think Santa Claus is bad. I actually really like.
Oh no, he has some.
His voice. I like his voice, and I like the elves. But Snoop Dogg, I mean, it's Snoop Dogg.
It's Snoop Dogg, yeah. Like, that's how you... This was season 2, and they got Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, dude,
like, that's
they blew up
crazy.
fast. Epic Rap Battles was like one of the biggest things of all time.
Okay.
It's still really big.
All right, the one stinker of season 2.
Which one is it?
Adam versus Eve.
That one sucks so much. It literally... You have a chance there to do like a battle... Like... If you have something,
if it was more biblical, if it was actually more biblical and not just boys versus girls.
It's just boys versus girls. You start bleeding and turn into a demon.
Like they do some of the did I give up a rib for this? Like the apple and whatnot. Like okay, lean more into the characters of Adam and Eve.
It's a waste of Jenna Marbles too.
Not just a gender battle.
Yeah, that one.
The beat was good though.
The beat's fun as hell. The beat's the only thing that gives it one extra point.
Season 2, for the most part, season 2 has these. I wish they did these more. I liked going to the ERB2 channel and watching the dance battles.
Oh yeah, they still do dance offs. They just don't have them like separated.
Yeah, but those were fun to watch.
They probably just didn't get enough views to warrant them doing the extra effort.
Okay, the first and also season 2, Key and Peele. The first Key and Peele battle.
Oh, which one is it?
Gandhi versus Martin Luther King Jr.
You want to battle with?
Who's the better pacifist? I fought the caste system, but you still cannot touch this.
Slum Dog Scalina.
We're just gonna perform all of the ERB
we're just
at
gonna
this point.
Dude, that one's so good.
I have a dream that one day I'll take a shower.
Dude, their impression. Well, obviously, Key's impression of Gandhi's like exaggerated, but the impression of Martin Luther King is spot on.
Yeah.
Like. Damn, he sound
and the makeup for that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like Screw said it when he reacted to.
I like the Street Fighter reference too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spit Yoga Fire.
The Dal Sim. Yeah. Actually, because Screw said this about the battle we're gonna talk about next is that the makeup department of ERB are the unsung heroes, and that's what he said about Tesla versus Edison. 5 out of 5.
I love. So this was without makeup. He just decided to keep that one eye squinted. For Thomas Edison, the voice he does, it's so catchy. Step up, you'll be shocked when it starts static.
I remember styling out to my lowest of patents while you were busy digging ditches and burning bridges. Like, God,
and apparently Nikola Tesla's voice is Nice Peter.
It's dubbed.
And the actor, like, dubbed over each other the entire time.
Is that the Dante line in ERB2?
That's Dante plays Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, so, like...
I don't know what the story behind that is.
Whereas, like, I guess Dante expected just his voice to be Tesla, and then Peter came in.
Maybe that's the drama. If that's the drama, that's not that big of a deal.
Unless there's more to it, which...
But it can't be that big of a deal, because if it was such a big of a deal, then why would he show up in the battle?
Yeah.
He probably
They also thought of writing it, and then they approved it, and then they put it into that battle.
Not only did they put it in the battle, but they included him in the battle.
With the Tesla background behind them, too.
Exactly. So it can't be that big of a deal, but it's just like a nice
It was
punch.
notable enough.
It was notable enough, which makes me want to know the full story.
Yes. Okay, next battle. Actually, I love the way Screw put it, where it's just like they up the ante every round. Babe Ruth versus Lance Armstrong.
Before we leave the Nikola Tesla one, what I like about the Nikola Tesla one, I don't know if it was Knox or Screw that said it, but they basically pointed out that the way the battle worked was
he was laying seeds.
Yeah, he was
that
laying
was Screw.
That was Screw. But yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's kind of like Nikola builds up to the point where he just mollywops him with that last line.
They would curse the Con Edison with every utility. Yeah.
And the beat, that fucking Tesla coil beat.
It's like it goes around you. It's a good.
It's so cool and it's great.
But yeah, Babe
Let's
Ruth
use
versus,
Tesla coils in a song.
Honestly,
with timpanis.
Babe Ruth versus Lance Armstrong could easily fall into the.
I think that's another one-sided one.
No, because Lance says some pretty stinging things against Babe Ruth on the pinnacle of physical condition while you dip your stick in prostitutes and call a foul tip and are you tripping? Like, yeah, God!
But like, dude, everything that Lance says...
It was meant to be a Lance Armstrong roast, but that doesn't mean they just left Lance to dry and not say stuff against Babe Ruth.
I will take a point away if it's one-sided because you didn't give the other person enough material. That's why I love the Clint Eastwood one. That's why I love this one. Because I do feel like it's one-sided. However, you gave the other guy enough material where it is... Someone could
You'll be nothing
believably
but
say.
a skeleton, messing with the fella when yellow who be pedaling like hell up in the peloton. Like, yeah.
Great flow.
Honestly, they could have kept that battle going. I know that they were still doing mostly 2-rounders, but if they did a third round,
But no,
you know,
after Babe Ruth comes in with it's the bottom of the knife, like that.
Actually, I will say
crazy flow.
I will say this would be a battle I would mark as a 9 out of 10 because they do give Babe Ruth an extra 4 bars. At the end, you look tired, kid. You got Cheryl Crow's feet eyes. Why don't you pedal home to France, bring me back some fries? Because if you step to Ruth on the mic, I'll fan your fancy bike and all you're out with 3 strikes and just 1 ball. That's actually an added 4 bars. So it's not,
I didn't notice that.
It's not an even match. So it is one-sided in that.
But is it
regard.
an extra bar that goes past the time?
No, like their rounds are evenly allotted with how many
Because
bars.
the way I look at it is I don't base it off how many bars they each get. I base it on how much time they each get.
Oh no, he gets 4 measures more.
Okay.
And that's the when he just absolutely demolishes. After he says you got lost and forgot what real sportsmanship was, which is honestly kind of funny because now it's unsportsmanlike that he got 4 more rounds to diss Armstrong with. So
Right.
I guess it's a little bit of irony there.
But no, Babe Ruth won.
Oh yeah, Babe Ruth was he was going to win. Oh, speaking of the moment battles that because we were just talking about him, Mozart versus Skrillex.
Oh yeah, I think Mozart wins that one. I don't think it's as one-sided as most people say. I think it's very
It's actually pretty close, yeah.
I think it's really close. When I was in high school and I didn't like Skrillex, I was like, oh, Mozart destroyed him. But like now in my older years, I'd say it's pretty close, but I still think Mozart wins just a little bit.
I got into Skrillex like the end of sophomore year of high school, and I was just like, oh wow, this sounds really good. And then it's actually, this is a weird thing that I've done just accidentally, where I get into an artist, and then they release a new album like a month or 2 after I just gotten into them, and I didn't even know it was coming. Like that's how it happened with Childish Gambino. Like a month later, "Awaken My Love" came out, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. But yeah, Mozart versus Skrillex, 5 out of 5. Rasputin versus Stalin.
That's an amazing battle.
Man,
It's like everything about it is great.
yeah, that was when you really. That was their first like mega one.
Yeah,
In
it was
terms
the
of
first one with like 5 players.
5 people and it was all Peter and Lloyd.
Yeah, they're all Peter and Lloyd too. I think my favorite of them is
Gorbachev.
Yeah.
I was gonna go for Lennon because the way he goes at both of.
No, he's ferocious, but I just love how fun Gorbachev is.
If your name end with Ian, time to get out. It's like that's great.
Barishnikov down, and then they have PewDiePie
As Barishnikov.
It's like
What a flex.
it's sometimes I forget PewDiePie was in ERB because he's never like rapped
Yeah.
in one, but yeah, he was the dancer there.
But yeah, this is honestly, if you took out Adam versus Eve, this is basically a flawless season.
Yeah, nearly flawless.
Season 3, a little shorter than season 2.
Well, from then on, they would do 12 per season.
Yeah. Hitler versus Vader 3.
It's great.
Yeah.
And Vader wins.
Yeah. Just his scheme, the fire up scheme is one of
The
best.
fire up scheme demolishes Hitler. Hitler can't even fight back. It's like, well, he doesn't even get a chance to fight back.
Well, he got the first round in the 3rd installment of the battle.
Yeah, you got to kind of look at it all as one battle.
Yeah, and
But
the fire up scheme is honestly that's one of the coolest things I've heard in. I'm not sure if this will make me sound uncultured or cultured. This is one of the coolest things I've heard in rap music.
Yeah.
Is the fire up scheme from Vader against Hitler.
I just think it's great.
It is like there's a build up to it, and then like you roll a little book, gotten fired up, had a beer harpoon, gotten fired up, and when your bunker's starting getting fired up, you put a gun in your mouth and fire it up.
You dumb motherfucker. And then the dubstep drops, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
No,
it's just like, bro, you literally just gotta look at them and be like, that's not even fair. That's just not fair.
Yeah, no. And actually, it's funny. Like, there's a battle rap league called King of the Dot, and they actually had Peter and Lloyd on for an interview, and they talked about how they watched their battles, like as a group, like some of the members of the regular battle rappers of King of the Dot get together with like the crew, and they would watch the newer epic rap battles of history together. So when I started watching Screw's reactions when he was doing them in real time, and he would sometimes joke about like, okay, you guys got battle rappers to write this, didn't you? And I was just like, oh, but the battle rappers were listening. They weren't writing it, but they were listening because the impact of ERB is understated, honestly.
I mean, they were one of the biggest things on YouTube in their prime. Mm-hmm. They're still really big now, just like not really as close to what they used to be.
I would almost equate ERB releases to like an ASDF release, where it's just like, oh, time to watch this. It's like a Christmas gift. It's just like, oh, it's here now. Let's watch it.
I hope because we got the last two pretty close to each other. I hope that they do kind of release. I would like to start seeing them at least once every 2 months. Mm-hmm. Like I think it's a lot to expect it every month.
Yeah.
But once every 2 months would be good, because like I know they take a lot of time, but there's been
and Peter's got a kid too.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I mean, I just want more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think this was the first sponsored one. Blackbeard, which you wrote Blackboard. Oh
yeah,
versus
I
Al
think
Capone.
I think that was autocorrect.
That was the Black Flag sponsor video, and man,
who do you think wins that one? Because I feel like that's one of the closest.
It is nail-bitingly close. I think.
Oh wait, before that. So for the 3 Hitler versus Vader battles, who do you think won? I think it was Vader, Hitler, Vader.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. Totally. I think. Oh, by a hair, Blackbeard wins.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to rewatch it.
It's good though. Like that could be a battle where I'm like one day I'm like Al Capone wins, one day I think Blackbeard wins.
Because Capone's flow is just so good.
And also Lloyd's vocal inflection just sound like, all right, Captain Crunch, I'll make this quick. I'm running pirates faster than Johnny Depp did. Oh my god.
No, I run an intricate
I'm running intricate criminal syndicate, so show respect or get that tongue ripped out your neck and shoved straight up your poop deck. Oh, like,
but no, just the line. I run an intricate criminal syndicate. Those 3 words, amazing flow on that. Mm-hmm. It's like I just love. It's just great.
Oh, here's another of the moment one: Miley Cyrus versus Joan of Arc when she was on her wrecking ball.
Yeah, that one's kind of aged.
Yeah,
but I think Joan of Arc is really good.
The
YouTuber that plays Joan of Arc.
Mm-hmm.
She very recently, like a year or 2 ago, she started making crazy claims against Gabby Hanna, and all the T channels were like jumping on it.
Oh my gosh!
Until like Gabby Hanna kind of got cleared by the people that I watch, you know, like Nick, Augie, those guys, like. Bruh, and I didn't even know that. I was watching this drama, and I didn't notice until I started rewatching ERBs, and I was like, wait a minute. She's crazy.
But yeah, the Je veux si l'enfer, call me Katniss Everdeen. Like, that's fire.
That's
like,
great.
That's actually, that's what Napoleon didn't do, where it's just like the French bar.
It's like, I don't even know.
Now you get the context.
I assume she's saying something about fire, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the girl on fire. Call me Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, okay. She was literally the girl on fire.
Fille on feu. Girl on fire.
Okay.
I took French in high school.
I don't speak.
I barely remember anything.
I don't speak that frog language.
Oh my god.
Yeah, damn frog.
Okay, this is actually, I would rate this battle lower. Bob Ross versus Picasso. I think
what did I give it?
4 out of 5.
You know why I probably gave it that? The beat, fucking snappy as hell, and I think Bob Ross is perfect.
Oh no, Peter as Bob Ross is perfect.
The thing, and I think Picasso's first round is really good. The problem is he wastes most of his second round saying his full name. Which I understand why they did that, because they thought it was a really cool.
Yeah.
They just thought it was a really cool fact. It's like, I can't believe his name is so long, but it's like you're kind of wasting the bar.
You know, if the round was longer, and he used that because it's like you used half your round for your name.
Yeah.
But if the round was longer, it would have been like, that would have been a cool flow thing to like end with, or like in the middle to get to something else about their names.
Yeah.
Because he was like, there are decent disses in that battle, but yeah, it's just a flex to be able to rap all of Picasso's name in a successive breath, which good on Lloyd for doing
Jou,
Bob.
Bob was dropping bombs.
Bombs like this is Guernica. Served 20 years, Air Force, United States of America. Yeah. Okay, Key and Peele. I think all the Key and Peele's are 5 out of 5s. Michael Jordan
Easy.
versus Muhammad Ali.
Bruh, the beat, the
Now you double dribble balls that nobody can see. God.
Oh, here comes Jordan, big tongue wobbling, flying through the air like a big dumb goblin.
Yeah.
It's like, bruh, so great. Is that a Green Goblin reference?
I think it is, yeah. Because he is fly. Like
Well,
people would think that
we all know the famous Michael Jackson tongue in the air.
Jordan,
like,
not Jackson.
I said Jackson. They're both Michaels. It doesn't matter. I'm Michael. Here's my docs. Put a beep here, Danny. I mean, Danny's gone. Where's Danny?
But yeah, 5 out of 5. Well, no, McDonald's and underpants as corporate backers. You stay at the Ritz because you sold out the crackers. No, I saw you slapping Reggie Miller, boy. What's wrong with you? You fight like the little girls who make your Nike shoes. A double diss.
Oh,
a double
God.
diss. Gosh.
Just shitting on him.
Okay. I don't really judge this next one as a battle. I just judge it as a really cool interpretation of A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that's why
Trump
I rate it
versus
so
Scrooge,
high.
5 out of 5. Yeah.
Because if you rate it as a battle, it's not that good. But as the interpretation of the story, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to tell the story in the format of an epic rap battle.
It's also the first one with D-Storm Power.
And also the first one with Trump.
Yes, well, this is the only one with Peter as Trump.
Yeah. I don't
No,
really...
this had Zach Sherwin in it too as Scrooge, who kills it.
We've got Lloyd as J.P. Morgan.
J.P. Morgan.
Who's properly rocking the Monopoly mustache?
D-Storm as Yeezus Kanye.
Uh-huh.
And Peter as Death.
But he does a great job playing Death.
You're gonna die with no one to love you and no one to cry. Like,
Yeah.
He gets into like horrorcore
Yeah,
rapping.
it literally... pretty much. He goes into OG Eminem horrorcore.
Okay, yeah. Rick Grimes versus Walter White. Is this a body bag? Yes, but
It's a fun one.
it's a fun body bag
It's
to
good.
watch.
I like it. No one saw Shane coming
except for your wife.
Ah!
Cooking up blue sky and bigger lies for Skylar. Hatching schemes like a dying MacGyver. Carl! I say stay back with the others. No, yeah, it's a good one.
It's fun.
I'm a great
Is that a-
AMC.
Yeah. We're AMC.
You look up to me like I'm a pizza on the roof.
Because you're a loser.
Even Walter Jr. handles walkers better than you.
Bruh.
Ask Gus, you don't want to face off against me.
I didn't get... So I've never seen either. I've seen the first season of Walking Dead, and then I dropped it. I've never seen Breaking Bad. So I didn't get that line until I saw a clip of what happens to that guy.
And then that line's like,
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Okay, of the DC ones, I think this is the best, and the other one that'll be much later is second best because the Batman Sherlock Holmes.
I like
one
the
is
second
mid.
one more.
Goku versus Superman. This is the only battle between those two characters where Goku wins.
Goku always wins.
No, he doesn't.
In my heart.
In your heart.
Well,
but not-
actually, with Goku's updated powers, he probably can fight Superman now. I don't know if he wins, but it's really close now because Goku is now a fourth dimensional power wise. Well, when he fuses with Gogeta, he's fourth dimensional.
Let me just bring up pre-crisis Superman.
Well, no, that's like pre-crisis Superman. The problem with picking him is his powers are inconsistent.
Exactly. So
it's like it's not. You can't.
He could fix holes
The
in
thing
reality.
is, what changed it for the. We're not gonna get into big Goku versus Superman right now, but I'll just point out that what changed kind of though, because for the longest time I did agree that Superman beats Goku. What changed it is after the Tournament of Power, Goku now can transcend time, which makes him fourth dimensional.
I think in that case, the new matchup would be Goku versus Superboy Prime.
Oh my god.
And I still think the Kryptonians win on this one because he punched reality and made crisis happen.
But we can say for sure Goku won this rap battle.
Yes, for
Bruh,
sure.
one more Superman that's never gonna fly again.
Walk again.
Bruh. Like
I
what the
watched,
fuck?
I watched that on the bus from school.
Uh-huh.
I remember watching that, and when that line happened, I I was flabbergasted. I was just like, man, they just went for it, didn't they?
Yeah. And you know,
I'm killing it. You're crueling it. I'm villainous of vegetables who dance around in hammer pants and hide tiny genitals.
you live in a village of
idiots.
Which is true.
Okay.
I like Krillin. By the way, Krillin to me favorite DBZ character. Cause dude, that guy, and I know this only happens in the anime, but dude, he tries to fight against Cell when he has no chance in hell, but he does try to because it's the right thing to do. And the same thing with Majin Buu. When Majin Buu shows up at Kami Lookout, he tries to fight him. Obviously, he's not gonna do anything, but he tries to. Also, he gets with 18, so it's like
Props for bravery.
absolute Chad. Absolute
Yeah.
Chad.
Okay, no, this is 5 out of 5. And I was
Krillin is a confirmed Sigma male. I just need to say this.
we were talking about this earlier, but yeah, Stephen King versus Edgar Allan Poe is a 5 out of 5.
so amazing.
That's my
Once upon a midnight dreary, as I
spit this weak and weary, I will choke this joker with a trochee till his cheeks are teary. But y'all don't hear me, y'all should fear me. I'll forever be better, you'll never be near me. Your books is eerie to Beverly Cleary. You're a faux Bram Stoker, so scram, the show's over. Your flow's so. Poems, posers. Yeah, I'm a rock to the cave. While I sobbed in the rage, the telltale heartbeat soft as grave. Well, this church just beats off of the page.
You want to talk shop?
No,
we're going to go to the whole song.
Steven, you pretend to do it. Oh my god. No, Watsky, I can't do Watsky.
Steven, you pretend to do it. I've been really living through it.
It's that trips you up.
Yeah.
Because it's you feel like you gotta like a micro breath just to do the I've been. It's a very harsh sound because it's all flowing. Steven, you pretend to do it. I've. It's like you gotta force out a little more with the I've been.
Yeah. Dude, that chopper flow is so good. I think that's his best performance.
Because it's easier in the second part. Even if you're gripping on a weapon, then you better get to something. If you're messing with the horror lord,
I wish
I'm a hit and come in a bit of bits and I'll stick them in the floorboards.
Oh my god! What if they did a rap battle with Flash and they got Watsky back to play Flash?
Oh my god! Please, Peter Lloyd.
Well, it's not up to them. It's up to Watsky. I don't even know what Watsky. I don't know what happened with that guy. He deleted his biggest video.
Which one?
The kid raps really fast.
Huh.
Hey, hi. I'm that guy with that where he raps really fast.
I'm sure there's re-uploads of it, though.
There are re-uploads, but what I'm saying is he deleted his copy.
Maybe his record label had him do that or something. So like make him look more professional.
He doesn't want that to be what he's known for, but
I feel like he's outgrown that. I feel like that's not what people know him now for, because he's made a lot of consistent, really good music.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
I saw him live, Oh
yeah?
Yeah, I saw him in 2018.
We should collab with him.
I have a Polaroid with the opening act with Kush Modi.
Uh-huh.
Actually, when I first got into Watsky, like in 2013 or 14, that's when I first discovered Anderson .Paak. And now Anderson .Paak's part of Silk Sonic with Bruno Mars. Because the beat for I'll Never Let It Die was the Anderson .Paak beat. And also on that album, Anderson .Paak's a feature on Ink Won't Bleed. Anyway, listen to Watsky and Anderson .Paak and Silk Sonic and Grey Street.
Listen to everyone.
Please. Not everyone.
Listen to me.
Please.
Do as I command.
Okay.
Yo, we should call out with Watsky.
Okay, yeah, another 5 out of 5. Sir Isaac Newton versus Bill Nye.
Dude.
The flex with getting Weird Al Yankovic, soon to be portrayed by Daniel Radcliffe in a movie. Which I'm very excited for.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's very short compared to to Weird Al, but I'm here for it.
How tall is Weird Al?
He's like 6 foot something, like 6'3".
Oh shit.
No, yeah, he's.
You know, Conan is like 6'5".
Yeah.
We need to meet him.
So is
He's a whole foot and 1 inch taller than me.
Bo Burnham's 6'5".
Is he?
Yeah.
That doesn't look like a tall man.
He is a tall man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah.
Brother.
Why don't you pick on a brain your own size?
We got a badass over here.
Plus I got your back, nah. Astrophysics black guy. Hate him.
Planetary fly.
Honestly, that line is fire, but I'm like, why did they reference Hayden Panettiere? It's cool. It's fire, but like, shout out to Hayden Panettiere. I loved your performance in Until Dawn.
Maybe she's No, I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe there is some relation that we just don't get.
Maybe it's a fire.
Maybe it's a Bill Gates relationship.
No, it's a low-key fire line that puts the battle in the favor of
Maybe
Nye.
there's some fucking HBO documentary or whatever where she plays someone involved in Isaac News's.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's really weird.
Well, it's not as weird as the Cask of Amontillado scheme in Pennywise versus Joker. It's just kind of like, why is that there?
I get why that's there.
I don't know. It feels I feel like it breaks up the.
No,
the
because
thing.
Stephen King was in it. It was versus against Edgar Allan Poe, and now Pennywise is there, so he's referencing Edgar Allan Poe.
It's
It's
not
the
really,
same. It's the same way Luke Skywalker references that his father's a rapper.
No, because that's. But Pennywise isn't.
You don't think Pennywise knows who Stephen King is?
No.
He's a fifth
He's
dimensional being.
He's referencing Edgar Allan Poe to the Joker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not everyone knows the
And he
Cask
also
of
referenced-
Amontillado.
Everyone knows the Cask of Amontillado.
No!
Everyone knows Edgar Allan Poe's stories.
People know the Telltale.
I'm Edgar Allan
People
Poe.
know no, you're not.
Okay.
People know the Telltale Heart more as the SpongeBob episode with the squeaky boots more than the Telltale Heart.
I never knew that that's what that was referencing Edgar Allan Poe all this time. I learned that this year. I never knew that. But that's
The
cool.
boots, they're underneath the floorboards.
Yeah, no. When someone told me that, it's
I
like,
did
oh,
it.
that's obvious now that you told me that.
Gosh.
That's a great reference.
Okay, you gave it a 5 out of 5, and I do really like this battle, but it does feel like this was purposely to put
Which one?
Washington versus William Wallace.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing.
I think this is more like the founding fathers are imperfect, and they are imperfect. But it felt more like William Wallace was like, "Hey, you're gonna destroy Washington, okay? Okay, do it."
Well, what I think is great is so the reason why I gave this a 5 out of 5, and later on when they do the same kind of thing with Thomas Jefferson, with Thomas Jefferson's second verse, and we'll get more into it. He's playing defense.
Yeah.
Washington here doesn't play defense. He's like,
Is that
my
best you got
flag
for me?
It's fucking power. All right. It's like
Your nation's favorite for golf and haggis.
yeah, like he's just like fuck your shit. I'm the best.
Cock block more Scots than Hadrian's Wall is a fire line. That's a hell of a line.
Dude, that stroke right up in a boat.
Stroke, sweep and cut your throat. Now watch the blood flow. Now who's got that red coat?
That's sick.
The difference
That's
between you
sick.
and me. Really, I thought that I was actually free. Really, got my face on the corner. You got drawn and quartered, tortured on the orders of a king.
Really?
How you gonna beat by a dude named Longshake? You hot dog and you cut off your bean franks. I'm money like a national banker.
Dude,
The ad libs.
bruh, I think that's why I give it a 5 out of 5. It's because, like, Washington, yeah, they do the thing where, like, oh, the founding fathers actually weren't perfect, but it's like they do it the right way. That's another song that will appear on our album, Gray Street. Anyways.
The right way.
The right way, no.
Okay,
Washington.
this one, I think this is also a flex because of how many people they got involved in this. The Renaissance artists versus the TMNT.
I just think it's fun.
It's fun, but I wouldn't call
What did I give it?
You gave it a 5 out of 5.
I think that's just my bias. If I'm being
for the
unbiased,
artists or for the turtles? Or
No,
just for
the
all the
battle.
YouTubers?
I love the battle.
Because you got Rhett and Link and Anthony and Ian
you got
from
Rhett and Link
Smosh.
and Smosh, and even their lines references, like he says, "Let me pass it to my brother," and then for Smosh he says, "Let me pass it to my man on the ceiling." So
Yeah.
they reference that they are close, like IRL.
I'm a rap god and you can't quite touch me. That's good.
This battle's your last judgment. Trust me,
I know. I made David Bell, so you like Goliath, yeah.
dude. And then the way they do that.
You guys draw more dicks than New York Pride.
Dude. No, I think TMNT wins that battle.
Just
'Cause-
for that line, I think that.
Yeah.
With TMNT, drop kick in Italy.
And then their first verse, their flows are really good. Like, I don't think you want him as a my katana blade. Get back in your fluffy helicopter, fly away.
I'm a be back, I say back a mind sucker. I'm a pristine, sistine nunchucker.
Oh, hi,
I'm a cool maroon guy. Okay, no, yeah, it's I would give it a 4 out of 5, or a 9 out of 10.
I would give it a 4 out of 5, but like that's just one of my favorite rap battles, so I probably gave it an extra point
Fair
just for that.
All right, season 4, Ghostbusters versus Mythbusters.
I feel like
Peter and Lloyd as the Mythbusters is
so good.
crazy.
They were amazing, but the reason why, like, I would have given it a 5 out of 5 if they gave the Mythbusters in another round and not the
Stay Puff.
no, not the three.
Oh, the
teammates.
B team.
Yeah, the B team. Like I like the concept of bringing in the B team, but their verse was just kind of lame.
Come harder than Ray when the ghost popped his cherry.
Like, that's a good line.
That's it.
But it's like, we reject your flows and substitute our own. It's like, I get the reference.
And then the guy forgets his
like,
line, and then notorious B.I.G. Stay Puff comes. It's still stop. Stay Puff. Stay Puff.
Dude, put a side up.
Put a side up. Just one step took me out the ghetto.
Yeah, baby. Oh. No, I love Stay Puft. I think that's a great addition.
Oh, no,
I
yeah.
think the B team, I wish they would have given Mythbusters another round because, dude, their chemistry, well, of course it's Peter and Epic Lloyd.
No, the makeup
but
on them
the science is
is...
preposterous, the opposite, incompetent process, and then this episode will give you a synopsis.
Positrons don't react like that.
Dude,
like,
their flow is like crazy.
the combined
They
flow.
were destroying Ghostbusters too, because Ghostbusters didn't really. I agree with like both Screw and Nox. They just weren't really attacking that much.
Yeah, there's a lot of references, and
Yeah.
I think that's the one Zach Sherwin battle where it's like you didn't.
He doesn't have that great of a line.
You know, because they didn't give him much to do.
Yeah. What I did like is that I noticed that they start off the Ghostbusters round without having what's his name? It's the fourth Ghostbuster.
Oh God,
Bruh, I'm forgetting.
Winston.
I think so, Winston. I noticed he's not there at the start of the round, but he gets there halfway through the first the first round. Just like
It's
kind
a
of like
rap
in the movie.
test, dummy.
You're both getting this. Man, you gotta be kidding me. It's like,
Okay. Honestly, when Screw included this in his top 10 because of just one performance carrying it all, Romeo and Juliet versus Bonnie and Clyde, Grace Helbig absolutely destroyed her performance.
these bitches on blast. It's like, holy shit.
And you there, wench with the neck of a chicken.
You're getting ass ripping worse than your boyfriend's in prison.
You're not
It's
a true
dude.
romance. You're just a conjugal visit.
visit.
Oh, and that's not even your real husband now, is it? Oh, I am killed. What irony is this? The lead role shot down by a failed actress.
I didn't even know.
my-
I didn't even know that Bonnie was a failed actress. I'm amazed how so many people don't just put the context clues together because there's so. It's not just Screw and Nox. There's so many reviewers. Oh no, I think Nox knew, but there's so many like people that do analysis where they're like, I don't get that line. It's like, Bonnie's a failed actress. They're saying it. They're literally telling you.
Like all jokes aside, Epic Rap Battles of History can teach you things if you just listen. It's not just for
But like
fun.
sometimes it's like the things they teach you is a little more under the surface. She's literally saying shot down by a failed actress.
Like she's the lead
been
role.
Shot.
Yeah, she's the lead role.
Yeah.
And yeah, like come on,
It's very
it's
clear.
right there.
Yeah, I don't get it. Anyways,
But yeah,
amazing battle.
fantastic
And
battle.
I think Romeo's not that bad either.
Oh no. I hear you're good with a wrench. The dismal state of your rap should be a federal offense.
But I do love Bonnie and Clyde's first verse.
Yeah, they're
Oh Romeo, where you
both trying to flow,
Oh,
yo.
yo.
Mofo, you saw to the fro, yo. Are those the drapes in your clothes, bro?
That's great. Like they do great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 5 out of 5. Only just because it's a Lego battle. Zeus versus Thor.
I also think it's really good, and I think that's a pretty close battle, personally.
I think my favorite line from that is, "I will drop you like Greece's GDP."
That's so fucking.
That's
disgusting.
hard.
That's so fucking cruel.
Honestly, even out of the context of what that battle is, if someone said that to somebody, like in a street fight, I will drop you like Greece's GDP, it might not be like, it sounds kind of nerdy and technical, but if you know.
If the person you're fighting against is Greek, you just destroyed them.
Oof.
That's what makes it so good. It's not just that line. It's that he's saying it to Zeus, who is a Greek god. So that just demolishes him. It's like, bro, you're fucking. That's like if it's like if you were rapping me and you made a line about something regarding communism and Cuba. It's like you just destroyed me.
We'll get to the communism and Cuba battle.
I love that battle.
Yes, same.
I love most of these battles.
That's one of my favorite beats too.
The beat.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
The first Damble battle. I want Damble to come back. Jack the Ripper
definitely.
versus Hannibal Lecter. And I'm also going.
I think that's one-sided too, but that's not Dan Bull's fault.
Although they do lean into the characters and like what we can gather about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Like it is the battle is the
classic megalomania.
the battle is true to character, but it is one-sided.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, the reason why I don't hold that against it on this case is because Dan Bull's rapping and flow is so amazing.
Oi, mate, pass the liquor. It's Jack the Ripper, Jack the Rapper, following your way before the dawn of Twitter. It is so enunciated, but not, like, overly enunciated. You understand every syllable perfectly. Like, Dan Bull's a master.
Yeah, he's so good.
Okay.
I think he's better as Winston Churchill, which we'll get to.
Yes. Okay, all right, we're at the battle that I want to make a point out, which is Oprah Winfrey versus Ellen DeGeneres, and why this battle does not work for me. Because you could watch basically any ERB, and you can, even if you don't know the characters or the historical figures, you can understand that there's a diss being said without even getting context. There are disses in Oprah versus Ellen that you have to go through the comment sections of the battles, of the reactions to the battles, and you will then there you will learn. But I shouldn't have to go to the comment section to like I could if I need some clarification on some things. But if every bar has to be explained in the comment section, I think you've kind of like, I don't know, you kind of failed in that regard, you know? Like, you just...
And I think they should
like
have
the
just
million
given,
little pieces line is really hard. Like when
what is that?
It's like it's a book that Oprah recommended very strongly, and then it was found out that the author of the book made up everything about it, so it destroyed Oprah's credibility. Not destroyed her credibility because it's Oprah, but like it really hurt her.
I do like the bar about the taxes on a new car.
That and the secondhand Porsche line. That is mean. Do you get it?
No.
Ellen's wife, Portia de Rossi.
Oh.
She's calling her wife secondhand.
I didn't know that.
Like, that is, like, I got that off first listen. I was just like, bruh, you said you called her wife a secondhand?
And her comeback, yes,
yeah.
And yes, I got the mittens or whatever.
I think the purpose of that was supposed to be like, I talk about good, positive
she's supposed
stuff,
to be like, she makes
you...
people feel better, you make people feel bad, but she didn't really express it.
The impressions
were
were good, though. I will say that much.
It just could have been better in general. Because
Yeah.
you think about it, Oprah versus Ellen, that should be a banger of a battle, but it's just not.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, like...
You know what we need? We need a talk show host battle. Dude, imagine, like, Conan versus...
Fallon. No, you just go through all the talk show hosts, so you get, like Johnny Carson.
Oh, yeah, it'd have to be, like, a 5 on.
Oh, no, you gotta get Jay Leno. You gotta have someone with the Jay Leno chin and everything.
It's gotta be Conan versus Jay Leno. That's gotta be the battle.
And then Jimmy jumps in, and then Jimmy Kimmel jumps in, and then Johnny Carson's like, guys.
No, you know what they could do? They could do kind of like what they did with Hasselhoff. Not Hasselhoff. What am I saying? Copperfield versus Houdini, where Chris Angel is like, does somebody say Angel? They're like, no. You could do that with Kimmel.
Oh, why you gotta do that to Kimmel?
No, you could do that with Kimmel and Fallon. We're like, hey, and we're like, get out of here. But you could have, so the way they could structure it, all right, someone needs to send this to the Epic Rap Files. You could have it Conan versus Jay Leno, begin. And then they go to older ones. So you bring in Letterman, and Letterman just starts roasting both of them. And then you can bring in Jimmy Carr, was it?
Jimmy Carr?
No, I'm trying
Kimmel, Fallon?
I'm talking about older talk show. We're going past.
Well, we still got to keep it, like, relevant enough.
Well, no, because if we're talking about the talk show hosts, so the reason why Conan and Jay Leno had their big falling out... Ed Sullivan needs to show up. I'm trying to remember who the talk show host was before Letterman. Like, he was, like, huge. It's like everyone wanted to be on his show. I'm trying to remember.
Johnny Carson. I said Johnny Carson earlier.
I said Carr. Johnny Carson. So, yeah, Carson, either Carson or Sullivan needs to be the last one to pop up. Dude, Lloyd would be a great Sullivan, though.
I can see that. And it'd be a reverse on the Ed Sullivan bar that he received in the Michael Jackson.
That'd be a good idea.
Call me Ed Sullivan shoot you from the waist up.
And you could end with Ed Sullivan saying, "Now here's the Beatles," and that's how the battle ends. You just see the Beatles.
And
they could do justice to John Lennon.
No, if they no, that would be a preview for a redo of Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly.
Oh yeah,
because you have so much more material to go off of with Bill O'Reilly now because of what happened with him.
Yeah,
and also actually now,
but I feel like Bill O'Reilly should fight someone other than John Lennon.
Yeah,
I feel like John Lennon should fight. What's that? Don Lemon.
Don Lemon.
No. What's that guy from Oasis?
No, John Legend.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney versus the brothers from Oasis.
The thing is, the Gallagher brothers are going to fight like they do in real life.
No, but then so would John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
It'd
be kind of like the Philosophers Battle where they just fight each other at the end. I think that'd be a fun idea. Anyways, what's
the next one? Oh, Spielberg versus Hitchcock.
I love that one. Hitchcock's always been my favorite of the 5.
When Wax comes in as Tarantino.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my god.
But I love my favorite. I think my favorite line is, "I'm the best mamma jamma ever stood behind a damaged pandas and haunt you like the last Indiana."
I don't know who the guy is that does the Kubrick impression, like the Kubrick performance, but he like almost says his entire verse in one breath.
It's Epic Lloyd.
Lloyd is not
Kubrick. I'm sorry.
Kubrick. Like, it's it's like...
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah.
But he does a great job.
He does a good job, yeah.
Genius is a powerful word,
but there's no reason to use it unless you're talking about the Kubrick, then there's really nothing to it. Everything I do is visionary. Every single frame of painting made exactly how I want to make it. Do another take and get it right 127 times. I'll make you learn to love me. I'll make you learn to love me. I'm the bomb, drop ultraviolet lamps like clockwork, make you all hurt. Beast Spielberg, the color purple. AI is the worst waste of potential since the Ninja Turtles. That line I didn't get for a while, and then I found out about AI.
Yeah,
it's a movie.
It's a movie that Kubrick was supposed to do,
and then Spielberg made it in tribute to him, but it got mixed.
Yeah,
reviews.
people were like,
So that line's hard. If you know.
Oh, all of them do great. Even Michael Bay does good because he gets
a bigger megaphone.
The point of yeah.
I sloop flow with the telephoto, no proc hammer. I work solo. I make that dollar, yo.
Motherfucking money.
Even make Mark Wahlberg makes.
Got some of that got milk money.
Most of the rock, and I got the socks. The silk money. I ain't got the guilt money.
I don't give a fuck.
I take my checks to the bank and
I sign them with my nuts.
Give the people what they love while the critics say I'm evil. Ain't no time to read reviews while I'm working on the sequel.
Isn't that based on literally what happened with Transformers, where he didn't even read the reviews, but he was working on the next Transformers movie?
Yes, he was.
Those movies are the first one's okay. The rest are just god awful.
I saw the third one in Australia.
Oh my goodness!
I love the third one.
You've been to Australia?
Yes, I've been to Australia. Oh. We can talk about that on
you know what? Fuck every crap out of history. Let's talk about Australia.
No.
Everything's trying to kill you there.
That is true, but we can talk about my Australia trip another time.
Of course.
That's a whole conversation in itself. I'll give the brief story of how I saw Transformers 3. I was there for 3 weeks and with a government program, and 3 of the days we stay with an Australian family, and on like the third day, like the last day I was with them, they're like, "Hey, you want to see a movie?" And I almost chose Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, but I wanted to see it back in America with my family.
Uh-huh.
So I saw Transformers Dark of the Moon was out, and I'm like, I want to see that. And they're like, okay. I love that movie. It's like, you remember that Power Rangers short film that came out several years ago?
Uh-huh.
Like basically like what would happen if it was like dark and gritty? It's
yeah.
And then like it took itself seriously, but not like grim dark, where it's just like, oh wow, this is what would happen if Decepticons came to Earth and just started killing humans. I'm like, oh man, more of this, please.
I don't like any of those Transformers movies. The first one I had is like, okay, but the rest of them...
Bumblebee's pretty good though.
Bumblebee?
Yeah, you should watch.
I still haven't seen that one. Anyways, but no, that's a great battle.
Lewis and Clark versus Bill and Ted. I did not give.
What season are we on now?
We're still in season 4. Okay. I did not give this.
Wait, when did we get to season 4? I lost.
We've been on season 4 for.
Let's see. Oh wow, we're getting through these pretty fast. I have to say.
I did not give this battle its proper flowers until actually I watched Screw react to it, and he like really like showed appreciation for it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is actually a pretty great battle.
I think Lewis and Clark. I don't know if they won, but I like their flow way more.
Yeah,
They give me the same vibes that the Mythbusters gave me.
Well, Red and Link don't really do, except for the North Carolina impression, I guess they did with the Wright brothers. They never really get into impersonations or inflections.
Yeah,
they just kind of rap as they talk.
Right.
And meanwhile, Peter and Lloyd go into the San Dimas. I'll take Neo. I'll take the one no one knows at all. Oh my!
That's so mean. And he even makes a face. He's like,
Mr. Lewis, I don't mean to be rude, but spoiler alert, you totally kill yourself,
dude.
That's me.
Bruh, what the fuck?
I didn't know that.
They should have had
battle told me
They should have had
that.
Sacagawea come in for a verse.
No, Sacagawea versus Rufus.
Oh man. Who plays Rufus?
I don't know.
Cause if it's funny that it's not Nice Peter, because Nice Peter ends up playing George Carlin, and George Carlin plays Rufus.
We'll get to that battle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The only thing I don't like, we'll get into it, but the only thing I really don't like about the battle much is the beat.
For Lewis and Clark and Bill Ted.
No. The beat for Lewis and Clark and Bill Ted's so cool.
Yeah. All right, Copperfield versus Houdini. You get a 4 out of 5. I can agree with that. Yeah.
I like it. I like the beat, like that heartbeat line throughout it. I love both of their flows. I totally disagree with Screw complaining about how like, oh, you're doing the chopper flow and whispering. At the same time, I can't do that. It's
that's just a personal preference. He
yeah,
doesn't
I think it's cool. I think that's actually cool. It's like, I remind you that magic's supposed to make you happy.
You fail to make movements and fail to making kids.
It's like, oh, dude. With a side of punch. Like, oh no.
A deep fried sucker with a side of punch.
It's like, bruh,
that's
mean. No, but the funniest part of the whole thing is when he's like, you can't hide shame with a camera angle. Did somebody say angel? No. Oh. It just fucking goes away.
Maybe I skipped another sponsored one, but this one I remember because Terminator Genesis was coming out.
Bro, when Arnold
RoboCop.
shows up at the end of the battle, it's like, what?
Yeah, and actually,
Too bad the movie sucks.
They kind of spoil the movie with that because he forms from the T-1000 metal.
Yeah.
And that's what happens at the end of not Dark Fate. Actually, I like Dark Fate, and I like Genesis.
I don't like either of them.
Honestly, I would have liked if not that we'll get like a Snyder cut situation with Genesis, but like Matt Smith as like the personification of Skynet was supposed to be in the movie a lot more.
Right.
But there was like test screenings where they didn't like it, like as a whole, and I guess there's also I don't even know where reshoots end and begin for that movie, but I liked it.
I don't like either of them. I haven't liked the Terminator. Actually, I'm a defender of Terminator 3. I don't think it's that bad, but man, it's just every like. The thing is, like, maybe if the good Terminators didn't exist, I would be more lenient on the new ones. But the problem is, I can watch the old ones, and it's like...
What do you think of Salvation?
You just don't... Salvation? I think it had potential. I just think it missed the landing. Anyways, so the battle.
Fire.
Who do you think wins?
The flows are great. It's close. I think RoboCop gets it.
I also like RoboCop a little more.
I'm too quick on the draw.
When Terminator first comes in...
What can go wrong with you will creep. Murphy's Law. Oh my god. Wrong. I have detailed analysis on the conclusion of the trilogy. That movie failed Detroit worse than the automotive industry. And my massive dispatch attacks gets a grenade that rapidly bashes your brains, and so the pea shooter in his leg. I was just like, okay, Lloyd, go off.
We're not the same. You pull away. It's like, damn.
I blow more steam through machines than a barista.
Dude, and his impression, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously over the top, but bruh, Peter's RoboCop voice, it's so perfect. Honor. It sounds just like him.
Yeah.
You don't know love. You don't know honor.
Honestly, I'm glad they stuck to classic RoboCop because a year prior was the RoboCop remake.
I heard that one's not that bad, actually.
Yeah. But like, if he let into like the black suit that they gave him in the RoboCop remake,
the black suit looks cool.
No, it does look cool.
But the classic is the classic.
Yeah, classic. And I like that Ed 209 shows up at.
We need
in the end.
Insomniac to make a RoboCop game. That'd never happen because RoboCop's just not relevant anymore. But that'd be so cool.
Well, maybe if the Cyberpunk people made a RoboCop game, but
They need to make Cyberpunk first. Dude, just got fucking roasted.
Oof.
Just got destroyed. Just
Taking
demolished
shots.
you.
Okay, this is another 5 out of 5. Well, it's already good because Zach Sherwin's in it, and then this is the return of Timothy Delgado, Eastern versus Western philosophers.
Oh, that one, bruh, that's like top 10 easy.
Yeah.
Dude.
The flyest nihilist and me, they're French henchmen.
Dude, when
Let me be Candide with you, Voltaire.
Yeah.
Friendship with the egg
Yeah,
noodle
yeah.
hair.
your ego so distracting. Free speech doesn't just
and you
keep
kill
yapping.
God because I gotta ask. Did
Die of shame when he made your mustache.
Me no Third Reiki.
Bruh. Dude, and then Zach Sherwin's fucking...
Let me be frank. Don't start beef with B. Frank,
Frank.
who hangs with B. Franks, giving ladies B.
Franks.
Franks. That's almost on par with the fired up
Yeah,
scheme
it's
for me.
just a great
I'm sorry. It's I feel like he wrote that. I feel like
I think Zach Sherwin probably writes most of his own
Zach
ones.
writes he writes on not on the side, but he's a consistent writer with the team. We just don't see him in battles a lot.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I know I've seen a lot of behind the scenes stuff where he's not even in the battle, but they are like getting advice, like or not advice.
They're
but
at the table and he's there.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like the third writer.
He's the fifth Beatle.
He's the fifth Beatle. It's kind of that's actually a perfect analogy for Zach. What's next?
Shaka Zulu versus Julius Caesar.
Oh, dude, I think Caesar mollywops him.
Yeah, it's one-sided. Zulu does a lot of
Zulu's,
posturing.
Zulu's fun.
He is fun, but it doesn't feel.
I like the you'll get fucked by just more than Cleopatra in Africa.
Doc J dunk on you like boom,
Boom
shakalaka.
No, that final line is what destroys him more than anything. You can grow my wheat for me after you're beaten. Bro, they would not say that now. That's so
Well, no,
fucking...
it's not. It's not.
It's so evil.
It's not a slavery line.
It's not?
No, it's just a conquest line. It's like you just took over their land and now you make them work the land that they used to own.
That's the...
No, like as a
That
worker.
ends up
like,
being slavery.
No, like it's also
It's
no,
Julius
it's, oh, no.
Caesar. They would have made him a
It's
slave.
also a reference to Shaka, like, because what happens to Julius Caesar actually happened to Shaka Zulu as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, Shaka Zulu got betrayed?
Yes.
So then why is he... Wait, then he can't attack Julius?
Well, in the same way that Gandhi talks about MLK's affairs, but not Gandhi's affairs.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Boom, shakalaka.
So
That's fun.
if you don't bring it back on the other person, call them hypocrite.
That's on you.
That's on you.
But even with that, Caesar fucking destroys him.
Oh yeah.
If I wanted to shake spears, I'd waggle my
My
biography. It's great. And his voice is so good, too.
Oh no, that's one of the Peter's like the
That's one of his
makeup
best
on a
impressions.
Peter and yeah, his intonation on
I
that
heard,
is.
I heard you spit poison. Where was it in the cipher? It's like, dude,
So, here's
he
a brute
speaks
with
so
no
cool.
discipline, and I'm ruling over you like a boot full of my citizens.
Yeah, because Italy.
Is shaped like a boot,
Boot.
and it's over Africa. Like
Yeah.
God. This I love this battle because I was not expecting it to go where it did. Jim Henson versus Stan Lee. It got sad and then it got meta. So I was just like, oh, I have all the
What did I give
emotions today. 5 out of 5, and I agree.
I actually was almost gonna drop a point because I feel like their impression of Walt Disney, rather than being an impression of Walt Disney, was more of an impression of Disney as a company. Mm-hmm. But for the purpose of the battle, I think I let that go.
I'm owning this battle. In fact,
'Cause
I own this whole series.
Because the same way with Mitt Romney would act. Walt Disney wouldn't be like, "I fucking own you." Like it's like, oh, Walt Disney wouldn't have acted like that. Or at least I don't think he would.
No.
Like I know people like
his Tom Hanks's portrayal of him in Saving Mr. Banks.
I feel like
is pretty.
I've heard
close
that's
to-
accurate.
Yeah.
But
Granted, it's also a Disney movie.
well, yes. But I mean, I imagine like most of the shit that gets brought up about Walt Disney is stuff that like, oh, he was a Nazi or whatever, which is like not founded really. But anyways, yeah. So that's why I almost took away a point, but for the purpose of the battle itself, I put the point back in. I was like, you know what? I get why they did that, so put that back in.
The meta is good.
The meta's great.
You think your chimichanga's hot, but you couldn't be milder. Deadpool versus Boba Fett.
Dude, the
thing is that
the beat on that is crazy.
I was
so
thinking
crazy.
about this battle the other day. Like, this battle does not age well in regards to disses against Boba Fett, because now we have all this stuff about Boba Fett from...
Yeah, but apparently I've heard like Book of Boba Fett's actually like
It's alright.
it's all right, but I've also heard like character wise it's kind of like contradictory to like...
Well, he's changed. Like, people always cite legends and whatnot, but
Yeah,
it's...
I don't know. I've heard a lot of people disappointed with it compared to Mandalorian.
We'll see how it ends. I think they're halfway through the season, or just the show. I don't know if this is going to have a season 2 or not.
We'll see.
I think it's just giving Tamara Morrison the spotlight that he deserves, because he's a good actor. Like, he's a really good actor. And
But even with it not aging well, if we just count like Boba Fett from Star Wars,
yeah,
then I think it still ages
it
well.
is okay. Actually, no. I'll take it back halfway, because the Boba Fett voice that they use is Jeremy Bullock's voice.
The original one,
So
right?
OG.
That's why he says, "But you're worth a lot to me." That's why he says it like
You're
that.
no good to me, Deadpool. Like, that's good.
You're
That's
no good to me, Deadpool.
full of bad choices. You're like your holiday special. Okay, season 5.
That's bananas. I go. What does he say?
When I branch my katanas, yeah. Yeah.
So good.
You're or
Oh no, he says that's bananas. I do damage when I brandish my katanas. Such a good line.
or call Domino's. She knows what I'm baking. She prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon. Oh.
I come equipped with a full set of Mandalorian flows. Everybody knows you got that power
Okay.
of regeneration.
I think honestly this.
That's technically not part of that season, but
Okay.
I put it there because it's...
I think I'm just gonna say it's off bat, and we might agree or disagree, but this season might have the most one-sided battles.
Which season is it?
5, starting with Tolkien versus Martin.
I don't think that's one-sided.
I think Tolkien destroys.
Tolkien destroys him, but Martin
doesn't really get the most or best disses against him.
But his flow's amazing. Like that when he goes into that
The dirty little, the needy little nebbish, and you got a hairy foot fetish dog.
you gotta hurry, foot reddish dog.
But in regards to just like a battle, it's
I like the
Just
I
wise-
conscientiously object to what you're doing on these beats.
Yeah, it's very. C.S. Lewis and I were both discussing how you and Jon Snow both know nothing.
Don't believe me? Ask Led Zeppelin. It's like, oh.
I'm too
Dude.
towering. When I enter a battle, it's Return of the King.
No, you missed the first part of that. You can't fight this fellow. I'm too towering. Because every time I battle, it's Return of the King. It's just a great finish.
he destroys him.
I don't think it's one-sided, but I do think he does destroy him. Like, I don't think it's as one-sided as some other.
See, at the
past
same
battles.
time, there's also really close ones like this one: Gordon Ramsay versus Julia Child.
Oh yeah, I think Julia wins that one.
I liked what Screw says, where it's like Gordon won in the room, but Julia wins Julia wins on cam.
Yeah,
like
because Julia
you
was
look
going in
back,
his fucking mind. Makes you the busiest bitch in the kitchen.
Take a poor abused youth and a 30-year term.
Her voice is so funny, but I know that's how she spoke. So
Bon appetit.
bon appetit. Oh, isn't that a wonderful thing?
On our stove to make a money on ball. It's almost Mickey Mouse, but like not up here. It's over here.
Yeah, it is kind of like because if you want to do Mickey, you gotta have your voice in this pocket, and then you're gonna just do this.
Well, it depends on what Mickey you're doing. If you're doing like Walt Disney voicing Mickey, like Pluto, he's down here.
Pluto!
But then Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, he's up here.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I can't do that one. I can do like the more classic Mickey, which is what they use now.
What happened? Oh, what happened?
That's the funniest fucking clip.
I love those. I've come around to those
That-
newer cartoons. They
I've
have some
always loved
gold
those.
in there, man.
Have you seen the clip where Mickey's like, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?" And then Goofy's like, "What about me, Mickey?" And then he just starts petting Goofy. It's like, what the fuck? I like the episode where Daisy and Donald are like arguing, and Mickey and Minnie try to make it better, but they make it way worse.
Yeah. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Have you seen the one with the zombie Goofy?
No, I haven't.
It's fucking insane. It's so good. No, those cartoons. I went on the ride because they got rid of.
The ride's pretty good.
The ride's
actually.
so fun. I
just
still
wish
wish
the Great
we
Movie
didn't.
Ride.
Yeah, exactly. I wish we didn't lose the Great Movie Ride for it. But you know what? As a replacement, I'm content. Because obviously there's nothing I could do about the Great Movie Ride because it's gone. But if that's what we had to get as a replacement, like I feel like even if the Guardians,
I'm glad it's not bad.
I feel like even if I love the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, I will not accept if they replace the Tower of Terror.
Well, that's what
happened
in
in
California.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Luckily, we still have Tower of Terror here.
And we're getting a different Guardians of the Galaxy right here, so we're not losing the Tower of Terror.
I remember hearing. Let's just end the side note with this. I remember hearing that not Tower of Terror, that Rock and Roller Coaster was gonna get like a redo where it would just be like classic rock artists and their music, not just exclusive to Aerosmith.
If they're
that's kind of what became with Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah. You know, we need to get big enough to where they update
have a
it
ride.
with. Bro, what if they update the Aerosmith ride with us?
That'd be crazy.
I'd be honored because I actually love Aerosmith. I think they're one of the best bands of all time.
Someone actually once asked me, "Do you prefer Aerosmith or Journey?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I mean, I love Journey, but come on,
the hits, come on,
the hits, and they have like a hit in every decade.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
honestly crazy.
Loving you's got to be. Did you know that song? Did you know that Other Side is actually what inspired the vocals on The Right Way? Loving you's got to be. Your love's got to be.
I want to see. Actually, I want to do Love in an Elevator one day. Because that ending harmony at the end, oh my god, it's so
great.
sick.
There's so many other songs that are good. You know what I would like to play? Because Aiden has the 6-string bass. I want to do Back in the Saddle. Because you know the lead guitar is actually a 6-string bass.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's why it has that it has that grunge to it.
Anyway, back to the one-sided and back to the founding fathers. Frederick Douglass versus Thomas Jefferson.
I feel like we talked about it earlier. It's just not fair because, dude, Jefferson comes in, and the beat, by the way, is amazing.
Yes.
But Jefferson comes in so hot. He
turns his swaggin' into the scheme of, like, I've done all of this for other people, and then you wrote books about yourself. He's like, I didn't come back from Paris to battle Pepe Le Pew.
And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck did you do? And he's like,
but to be fair, Douglas...
Straight out of bondage!
Like, Douglas does, like, he says, like, he taught himself to read. But he doesn't really answer the question of, like, what did you do in comparison to me? Like, and at the end, he kind of addresses as saying, like, I ain't denying your fame, but they should put an asterisk next to your name. But you still bodied him by saying, the face of a free man taught himself to read, man. Don't compromise, you couldn't whip a fifth of me, man. Like, God.
Insane. And it's like,
you got a self-evident truth of your own. You let freedom ring, but never picked up the phone.
And
yo,
dude, and Thomas just spends his whole verse like defending himself. He could have defended himself while still attacking.
Yeah.
Like,
you're a soft white Monticello marshmallow watching my people sweat while you sat playing cello.
Bruh.
This ain't Louisiana, man. I ain't buying it.
Yeah. And JB Smoove.
No, we ain't cool. You found an absentee father. You fathered 6 babies with your slave mama, and never even bothered to free her when you died on the 4th of July. It's a very important holiday, but what does it mean to this guy?
Which I heard that, I don't know what the details behind it is, but I heard the reason why Jefferson couldn't free the slaves is because they weren't his slaves, they were his wife's slaves or something like that.
Yes.
Like, they weren't under his family, so he couldn't free
Jefferson
them.
was poor before he married rich. He loved his wife, though.
I mean, he's married to
her. yeah, and he also loved.
Anyways, look, the point is like the difference between this battle and the Washington battle, and this had potential to be better than the Washington battle because Jefferson's first verse, crazy, and Jefferson
I'm
has
so down with
so
revolutions.
Much.
I invented the swivel chair. Fantastic writing there. James Bond versus Austin Powers. I don't know why he gave this a 4 out of 5. I love this battle.
The only reason I give it a 4 out of 5 is because I felt like they didn't really give Austin a chance to actually fight. He got one full verse.
In that case,
it's called James Bond versus Austin Powers.
I would give it a 9 out of 10. If it was me ranking out of 10, I'll give it a 9.
Yeah.
It's the most prominent, dominant. That's the way homage.
Bro,
I don't need a cue to break your balls.
Well, aren't you?
I'm the granddad of the brand, and millions of fans have been sold on. You're so far above my nuts, I should call you Bond.
Gold Bond. And the beat is crazy too. The way it switches up.
Changes like when they're all just going.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a round, it changes every single time.
Yeah, for the new Bond, it's this really cool sunny thing, and then for Austin, it's this psychedelic thing.
And then to get really brassy for
it's like the classic Bond
Sean
theme
Connery.
for Sean
Bond.
Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Okay, here we go. I forgot this one was made for Pride Month because it ends with the ERB logo with the rainbow flag behind it. Bruce Banner versus Bruce Jenner. I think, okay.
It actually isn't that bad for most of it.
The Banner Jenner part is
great.
Great.
So good. But, bruh, they have Hulk.
I forgot how hard the line is. No gender issue. This Jenner issue.
Just you being you is enough to diss you.
Is,
bro, that's harder than any of the fucking what's her name?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner's line.
You get the medal without the decathlon. That's a fire gun bar.
That's a fire gun bar, but it's like, bro, no.
Barney
like, just
theme
you
party.
being you is enough to diss you is like that's mean to say to anybody. Just being like, oh, just you being you is enough to diss you. It's like, oh, that's just mean.
But like,
to anybody.
Also the scheme of your no gender issue, this Jenner issue. Yeah. Like that's.
It's so good. But like, they literally have Hulk bow down. He's like, Hulk not strong enough to deal with denial. And it's like, wait, why is he bowing down? This is a rap battle. It's like, and just the amount of time that they give to her is like, it's just not fair at all.
And like, no.
By the way, I don't know who plays Hulk. That dude's fucking built.
He's tall too.
I would be scared if I saw him IRL.
Okay, if I wouldn't have as much of a problem with Caitlyn Jenner, the character Caitlyn Jenner, getting more time to rap if what she was rapping was good.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna make it one-sided, make it good one-sided.
But even if it is good one-sided, if it's a rap battle, like, if it's IRL, you can't help if it's one-sided, right? But if you're writing it, you can determine how long the bar goes on for. So when you give the other person more time,
business and all
just giving someone more time, like, yeah, you said Babe Ruth had an extra like 4 measures, but that's not that much more compared to something like this battle, where it's just like you're giving her like what, a full fucking minute at this point. It's like crazy.
Someone actually
long.
timed it out. Like I remember seeing like a graph or a comment where someone counted the seconds that are allotted. Which I don't think you need to count the seconds. You could just count the bars. The measures. But yeah, it's just too much. 3 out of 5. Yeah, I agree. Just because.
Because there are good things about it.
Yeah. It's the first half that.
You gotta be big enough to contain yourself. Shut up. Kill yourself. I was gonna make a really dark joke. I just stopped myself.
Look alive. Creme de la Kremlin's arriving. Try to survive and no surviving. Hey, fella, swallow this.
Did not take out the Pan Hellenist from Pella Hellepist.
Fire
crazy
opening lines.
Dude.
Oh
live in Qatar.
Hello, abuse syphilis.
The greatest part of that.
I would have been a vanquish.
That's the best part. I win, I vanquish. That's insane.
Because the god, Zach Sherwin, is...
Dude. And then, what's her name? Catherine the Great. Mm-hmm. She's amazing. Her singing is so good. But I think the Frederick the Great is great too.
Yeah,
well, they're all great.
And then the Pompey bit is funny.
It's me, Pompey. Yeah.
Sidonian expressions of Romans, those were the opponents. It takes a Russian to take on a Russian. I'm a cat, you wrote it.
It's like, oh, dude.
I hear you enjoy the saddle.
That hustle is a passion.
It's another great day and another great victory.
He's just fun. Like, he doesn't win at all in any of those battles, but he's fun, man.
Yeah.
Well, at least I saved the Roopers on the grotto.
They put a lot on. Like, if you didn't tell me that was Peter, or if I couldn't just like look at him and just know Peter's face, I would not have known.
Yeah, his voice is so good for him.
No, but also everything they put on and
there's so much
coat,
on him.
The hair, he
must have been
lines.
Sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
That looks like it's fucking ferociously hot to wear all that.
Yeah. I'm sure they had just like 10 fans in a row around them. Like, off in the green screen realm.
Yeah.
Just to keep him cool.
I think my favorite is though Alexander the Great. I think his he's
flow,
crazy.
his disses. While you die during a game of chess, you got vodka bars,
Flavorless.
When I'm about to spit, be the craziest. So fetch me a drink so I can stay refreshed. Kudos, straight from the gore I got from winning every single war that I fought. I'll take up this sword that I brought and slice you in half like the Gordian knot. Oh my god.
So good.
All
so
right.
good.
It's been 4 years. Another election battle. The election battle. The best election battle.
The best. Easy the best.
Yeah. Trump versus Clinton. This is just, there's no weak bar in here.
It's great. Hillary's great.
Trump's
I think
great.
Trump wins personally, but
And
it's
then-
not like a stomp out. But I think what wins him is his first line is the.
Then
But
you
these
just
rhymes
say,
are-
I respect all females, but your rhymes are trash. Put them next to your emails.
Dude, that's it. What the fuck?
Like, he just
You
came in.
gave him the winning bar at the first bar.
It's the difference in delivery where Hillary's coming in so intense. And then
he's
Trump's just like,
he's just like,
let me just say, I respect.
he's just like, all right.
He's so chill about it. That's the thing. He's so chill about just, well, who was to vote for the mother of ISIS? And it's just,
What does he say? The system is rigged, and we all know the riggers.
Oh my
For the
God.
last 8 years, this country's been run by.
are you kidding me with this blah, blah,
blah.
I have half a mind to feed you both to my oversized. I've heard more thoughtful discussion up in TMZ. You two got brother bucking brother on the Facebook feed.
And like that's the part. Like I give it a 5 out of 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because even though
Would you give it a 9 out of 10 because of Lincoln?
he's not being as unbiased as I feel he should be.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the slapping thing. I don't count that because I don't think they're gonna have Abe Lincoln slapping a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine by me. But what I don't like is when he's like, "What are you laughing about? Beat this dummy!" It's like, wait a minute. And then he's like, "And if he does,
if she does win the White House, be a man and hold the door. Don't get your fans stirred up in some sort of Twitter civil war."
And it's like, he's supposed to be a tool to, and I think that's why they didn't use him for Biden versus Trump.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even they couldn't help but be biased. That's their most biased of the three. But we'll get into that one.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites.
Which one is it?
Ash Ketchum versus Charles Darwin.
I think Charles Darwin wins it.
Oh no, I think Ketchum gets it.
Ah, interesting.
I think no, it's his third verse,
Origin
man.
of feces.
No, it's the
Reese's Pieces.
Man, if that's true, then nature is cruel because the only thing you're winning is your cousin's gene pool. You lost 3 children while they were still small. TB and scarlet fever. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, no, that's
is
hard as fuck. But I think the look. Mighty Morpho Michael Vick.
Your animated slave fights make me sick when I battle the foe from some simple beginning.
That's one of the oldest jokes in the book. Is that Pokemon is basically basically
it's
dogfighting, and it is. But
the Michael Vick line, if you don't know that, it's still like it's just like I feel like that's the one
It's
thing
also
against it. If you don't know who like the Michael Vick situation, which happened like in 2007.
But there's a lot of jokes like that you could say.
Yeah, Mighty Morphin Michael Vick. Like I don't know the Power Rangers thing too.
Well, the reason why he's bringing up, I think I forgot who I saw that pointed this out, but it's supposed to be a joke about how like old people and grandparents and stuff, they'll be like if I'm playing a PlayStation, they're like, "Oh, are you playing Nintendo?" Where they just misname things because they just don't know. So it's like, "Oh, what was another popular '90s show that kids watched?" Power Rangers. So it's like, oh, he's probably just mixing them up. I think that's the joke there. But I love as hard as the wood oak gave to your mother. It's no.
No, yeah, like I understand. Like, I'm not. Like,
I think it's really
I'm not
close.
adamant against saying that Darwin won.
No, I think it's really
but
close.
it's a dogfight. Like the battle itself is a dogfight.
I see what you did there.
I can't believe they got T-Pain, man. Wonder Woman versus Stevie Wonder.
Wonder Woman fly. I'm about to tell you why.
Peter and Lloyd are in this one. Visually.
They are.
They are?
Superman and Batman show up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Or I think just Batman.
No, Superman and Batman. I'm in the Justice League of my own. Yeah, it's just a cameo.
Justice League of my own. I think her flow is good. Her second verse doesn't.
Race some vision questions.
like-
That you're a full-time lover. 9 different kids with 5 different mothers.
good.
Oh man.
But I think Stevie Wonder.
He's a rapper, man.
Yeah, he mollywops her. He's just.
I say
He abuses
DC
her.
is a whole step down. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. No, it's just great.
I can't.
It's not a superstition. I believe you lost.
Plot so thin, even I can see through.
Bruh.
How stupid you look in your airplane.
Your vision questions can never cause as much pain as not knowing how stupid you look in your airplane.
He almost gets into like the Captain Kirk flow.
Yeah. He's just.
No,
I think it's just because he's taken aback. He's like.
No, the
like,
Bechdel test line. Like my worst songs are better than your best TV show.
Which is true. Stevie Wonder.
Well, there's only.
What's a bad Stevie Wonder song?
I'm sure
You can't name one.
Well, actually, I don't really know Stevie's discography too
Stevie,
well.
but he's been around since the 60s, so he might have one.
Yeah.
But that TV show's pretty bad.
It's also one TV show. There's only one Wonder Woman
Well,
TV show, and there was a canceled pilot that was going to be on the CW.
Yeah. But man, I think Stevie Wonder pretty handily wins that one. Fucking just mollywops.
Okay. The God is back. Zach Sherwin.
Oh, which one
as
is this one?
Tony Hawk versus Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, I love that one. That
I
was
will
so good.
end you in 3 periods like an ellipsis. That is
I go 3 periods like ellipsis.
Is that the hardest punctuation bar? Like grammar?
Probably.
Like syntax line? I will end you in 3 periods like
that
an
verse
ellipsis.
was rough. Damn, Tony.
Let me smooth out
like a damn Zamboni. I love his voice.
It's a street fight. T-Hawk, show some respect.
It's a Street Fighter reference.
Yeah. You're on your 4th wife. Talk about the X Games.
Talk a boot.
Talk about
With the X Games.
No.
You like finger flips? How about one of these? Sit on this and rotate 900 degrees.
We have so many world records between us.
That's the hardest line.
184. That's plenty of them. And I set on 183 of them.
That's the hardest bar. That's
Undisputed.
crazy.
Oh wait, unrefuted, undisputed GOAT. You've been going downhill since Pro Skater 3.
Ah. Like, and Tony Hawk's not doing bad either. I like.
Yeah. No, they made Peter look like Tony Hawk too.
Yeah. Great
That
one.
nose
Wayne.
looks like it's seen some extreme snorts. I mean, look at that thing. That snope is gigantic.
Even I wouldn't slide off a rope that gigantic.
A ramp that Titanic, and then like, spoiler alert, you're about to get traded.
So good. Did you notice that his jersey says Oil ERB?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good touch. They always do that. But
if Rushmore was a band, then you'd play bass. That is. I think that might be his hardest line besides the "I'm about to take you out prematurely, like your family."
Yeah, but Roosevelt's rebuttal is like, my
My
family's
parents
died when I was young and it was morbid.
but at least they didn't ditch me while they were alive like yours did.
Oh shit,
World War II soon? Well, Jenny's dropping bombs and your best go hide in your tubes. You should be ashamed of your military honor. Everyone knows you're back at home like, thank God for Pearl Harbor.
Which I believe that's actually a quote where Winston Churchill was basically saying that when Pearl Harbor happened, I slept well that night because I knew that the Americans were going to join the war.
Yes, and they were going to win.
Yeah. But I think a big mistake from Winston Churchill was trying to use the fact that Teddy got shot as a diss. It's like one of the most badass.
Out the ball mouse, I will give WC the full deuce.
That's such a great. I think Roosevelt wins, but it's pretty close.
See, that's the reason why I want Dable to come back, because I want him to win a battle.
Yeah, for real. But at least this one wasn't as like one-sided as the
Jack the Ripper versus Hannibal Lecter.
This one was a lot closer, but I still think Roosevelt won. What's
Bully,
up, bitches?
bully, yes, that. See, the reactors don't know that. They
'Cause
don't
as a
watch
fan-
the ERB2 news. They don't watch the.
I wish the reactors reacted to them in order, because then that would have hit harder. Because they would have been like, "Oh, that's the thing that they do at the end of
I'm in the
race."
fitness digging ditches through, and this was rough. Riding down the Cuba like.
What's up, bitches? I love that flow chain too.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Edison flow,
Yeah.
but like more staggered instead of just a constant flow. But then we end season 5 and before a long hiatus with Nice Peter versus Epic Lloyd 2. 5 out of 5. Yeah.
That's just a mean one.
Yeah, they really let the gloves go off on that one.
So,
it was good.
It's great.
At
and
the
I
end
like
with Peter being heavy-handed and
him having an
inflated
Lloyd
ego.
having inflated ego, big head. We're down to
season 6,
which I think that's the last one, right?
Yep.
Because we're currently doing season 7.
Yeah, I
guess we'll quickly touch on those at the end.
Well, actually, no, you're missing a couple.
Which ones am I missing?
You're missing Harry Potter or Luke Skywalker. No, you're missing
it's right at the end.
Musa and
that's season 7.
Is it officially called season 7?
Yeah, because it's not on the season 6 playlist.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Musk Zuckerberg. I remember watching this in the car.
I love Zucker.
Dope smoking with Joe Rogan on slow motion my pace, man.
When I'm conquering space, man.
It's actual space, man.
No, when I'm conquering my space, it's actual space, man. That's no. I love it. The start, he's
like PayPal.
You
got owned.
No, his flow.
Couldn't clean your daddy's laundry with a par Tide Pods. Wow.
The Instagram, Snapchat, beep beep, like that whole flow when he's doing that faster flow with the ad libs. That's great. I think Zuckerberg wins.
Yes,
but by I don't think it's one-sided.
Not close, but it's not like a body bag.
I do think Elon's first verse was like his best one though. Like when
who put the elf with no friends in charge of human connection?
You try to act like some kind of saint, but you ain't. Once you lean back and take in my musky Dutch date.
Your site's got so many Russian bots. They should call it the social network.
No, I like the acting so robotic. Star Trek's like, we need Lieutenant Data back. And then when Zuckerberg comes in, he's like, Data was a lieutenant commander to start, but I want to. And then you see the face he makes. He's just like,
boss, and I'm spitting fire like it's hot sauce.
You can't sneak up on Zuck. I don't even fucking blink.
I'm the CEO.
This is when, this season's when they became independent, right?
Yeah, it was all Patreon based.
Yeah, great season.
Freddy Krueger versus Wolverine. When the first time they shot on location because they shot the second round of Wolverines in like a room.
Yeah. Who do you think wins this one? I think it's Wolverine.
Look.
You're
a pedophile from the Midwest. At least R. Kelly could sing.
Yeah. It's like,
see, when people say ERB got soft or like they don't say stuff like that, I point at that line. I point at that bar.
I still think there are some jokes that they wouldn't make today that they used to make though.
You know, I was more intimidated by the tiny Canadian the first time I saw Justin Bieber.
No, my favorite, like for when it comes to like the way the vocal sound is I'm the Adamantia as the
Adamantium champion X-Man.
Those three. That's another one.
You're
just
only
those
half
words.
of like Edward's.
You'll only ever be half of Edward Scissorhands. So they get me more pissed, bub. I'll take your whole franchise out with a fist bump.
Oh my god! Also, it's the return of
and
Wax.
I like the beat.
We haven't seen Wax since the
director's battle. I also love the beat. The beat on this one is so fun.
Yes.
The beat. I mean, I say that for so many of these because the beat is so good and so many of these. Like the Mark Zuckerberg beat was great too. Mm-hmm. But this one, like, I like the 80s synth vibe too.
But yeah, that is a 5 out of 5. Okay, we were talking about this battle and you said that you loved it a lot, but you rated it as a 4 out of 5.
Which
Guy Fawkes, Che Guevara.
I don't know why I gave it a 4 out of 5. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't know what I would improve about it. Just say it's a 5 out of 5.
You muddled your economy like mint in a mojito.
This very battle disproves your communist initiative. These rhyme skills are not evenly distributed.
I'm Catholic. I got a mass when I'm rapping. You're an umpche.
Let's be a pig's Latin. No, the best.
As a communist, it must really hurt that your image has been posted. Oh, that whole
He destroys him. And the face it or Ernesto, you're Castro Balesso.
He's Cuba Commander, you're more of a Destro.
I think Guy Fawkes handedly wins that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, not that Che doesn't have a lot of great lines, because he does. Like the...
sucks. Guy, you die for the Catholics. A group of the bad touching little boys have it.
It's like, oh, Jesus, dude. Like, I think it's not close, but it's not like a one-sided either.
Also that beat is like top 10.
Oh, it's
top tier.
It's so fire. That doo, doo, doo. It's like just fun. What's next?
I'm the hardest Marxist ever graced a banknote.
You're an error-prone terrorist petty for the scapegoat.
This started as a flash in the pan of hip-hop conflicts nowadays.
Ronald McDonald
versus the Burger King.
It starts so strong. Welcome to BK! Like, he comes in shouting. It's so fun. It's just one of the funnest battles in the entire series.
Wendy
comes in. I honestly think Wendy could have been even stronger.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know what I would write. Because I mean, I can't write raps.
I'm exploiting you both like I'm growing my tomatoes.
God.
Oh my God. Left you behind like a quiet kid in a play place.
Your style's like your ice cream machine's
broken.
Call you Ronald Donald because there's no MC in you.
I'm fast food Eminem, your machine gun Kelly. I'm Coke your Pepsi, I'm Mac, your Android. Let's be real. I'm Nice Peter, and you're Epic Lord.
And then he's just like, all right. You're number one.
Like the wizard took in your ball pit.
It's like, it's not a great rebuttal, but it's just so funny. It's just shitting on him, literally.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
It's so fun.
Okay, you gave this one a 4 out of 5.
Which one is it?
Because Joan Rivers destroys everybody and no one gets to clap back at her except Robin Williams.
I think Robin Williams his verse is so good. And the impression.
80 years old, but your nose looks brand new.
No. He's like, oh, Colin, what can I say about you? Except you haven't had a good shit since 1962. It's so good.
Oh, my God. Yo, real pride, I doubt 5 minutes of good shampoo after you're running down the street.
But I think they all do good. Like the
yeah,
it's your boy from what is it?
From Peoria, Illinois. One hand on my mic and the end on my groin.
Hey, you forgot the cause and not a mistake. I eat MCs for breakfast like they made a chocolate cake.
I didn't realize this until I went to the comment section of that battle when that came out, and it was like the tragic thing about this battle is that Cosby is the only one left alive of all of them.
It's true. But I think that was the case when the battle, like Joan Rivers was dead when that battle happened, right?
She'd already been dead for a couple years, yeah.
That battle, the only thing that I have against the battle is I don't think the beat's that good. Like it's not bad.
It doesn't change really, except for
Robin Williams
and Joan.
For Robin Williams, they add this Egyptian thing.
I got the flubber flows and I got the cloud jumping. You got secondhand raps, fathom get wheel hunting.
Yeah,
good one.
But
good.
Everything else about it is pretty much great.
I didn't realize how much of a body bag this was. I already thought that Freud wins this battle, but then I watched it with Screw. And I'm like, bro.
Which battle?
Mother Teresa versus Sigmund Freud.
Oh, yeah.
Good God. That is a wash.
I think Mother Teresa does better than Screw gives credit, but yeah, I think Freud wins.
I noticed that you talk about a lot yourself, which is funny because you hide your true feelings
like
they were other people's money.
Ooh.
Wow.
I got the libido to continue to beat you, but our time is up, Teresa. And his voice that he does for it, so good. But I
exception to my theory, I can't believe this. Here we have a mother.
But I think if this was a cipher, Teresa would have been like it would have.
It would have been closer, but
she's so good
she was flowing and whatnot. But yeah,
3 stripes like Adidas said, I'm doing it for Jesus.
I know I'm done DMC.
It's so fun. She's fun. She's not as a battle. She's getting beat. But, I mean, she's fun.
Yeah.
And the beat's fun, too. I love the horns and...
Yeah, it's almost not jazzy. It's like
it's funky.
Like a parade.
It's like funky. And then they have the dan-dan-dan-dan-dan. And then it goes into the next.
Okay, that was a 5 out of 5. It is a top tier battle.
Yeah.
But it is still a wash and one kind of feels kind of one-sided. This one, I agree with your 4 out of 5. I do like the pace change up of this battle, Vlad versus Dracula. But Vlad,
I would give it a 3 out of 5. You know what makes me bring it up to a 4? The beat itself. That beat
is so sinister,
so good.
Did you shapeshift those punchlines? Because they missed. Your skills like so your reflection. It doesn't exist.
It's so dumb, but it's I like it.
rap against Dracula. You're smoking Cracula. Dump on your Wacula raps like I'm Shacula.
His fucking voice. I do like
Dipping
Dracula.
my bread in your weeping blood vessels.
So
oh man,
savage. But I think Dracula is pretty good. He's like, oh, I did not know you could read. That's great. Let's see if you can bleed.
Nosferatu.
Die in the sun? Not true.
No, at the end of day, you're bat, and that's only half a battle. Oh my! No, they gave all the best lines to Vlad.
Yeah, they did.
You call that a nightmare. I call that a Tuesday.
We call that a nightmare. I call that a Tuesday.
Okay.
Very quiet.
We have so much fun together, but no one's dying to play with Joker.
Except for maybe Fletcher.
I was
That's the
not ready for that. Like, I was just like...
But
no.
I think equally as savage as the... Tell you all for this next gangbang scene. How about a little more PG
and a lot less 13?
It's like, bruh. No, the greatest line in that whole battle is the one at the very end where he was like,
I'm the poster boy from Missing Person posters.
The line from Joker, ask Robin if I got bars, I leave battles, and I leave scars. Guards in Arkham will admit that the Joker just killed it. It's like there's so many layers. I think that's probably the best written line in all of ERB because of the layers to it. Arkham will admit, like they admit a patient, but also admitting that the Joker just killed it. You killed it, but you killed it. And then the Scars Guard itself makes that one of the greatest lines in the entirety of ERB. Like, I think the Joker wins, but I think it's super, super close.
Yeah, no, when Pennywise says, like, I'm the greatest wall-eyed rapper since the
Notorious
B.I.G., I was just like, what?
And he does the eye thing.
The eye thing, yeah. Also, his voice, Lloyd's voice for
I think both of them do great impressions.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I
good.
go Mark Ham with ill zingers.
I steal the show like Bob Kane
stole from Bill Finger.
Dude.
Oh my! Actually, you know what's funny? It was actually during the show Gotham when they started crediting Bill Finger with credit towards Batman, and then that was added. And then the next time it was
Joker, right?
No, for Batman v Superman, they put Bob Kane and Bill Finger for credit to the creation of Batman. But yeah, that line, when I heard the Bill Finger line, I was just like, oh man.
That battle's great. The beat's not that crazy, but it's more than serviceable.
Okay, I'm going to say this next battle is actually a 5 out of 5. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
What is it?
Thanos versus Oppenheimer.
I did it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, because the Fortnite line?
Not just the Fortnite line.
The second verse is...
I think I'm often Oppenheimer like I did to my daughter. I feel like that's way too out of character for Thanos. Like, yeah, you could be a little out of character.
Bend the knee in round 2 like Nagasaki.
But yeah, like, for me, like...
I got my name on this win like it's the Thanos copter. Okay, sure.
Okay, dude.
Okay, no.
I think it's pretty one-sided. I think Oppenheimer destroys him. Now I'm here to split you like 2 and 3 from 5.
After your raps, I am become deaf.
You needed an iron, man, for that wrinkly ass skin.
And that butt shit. Here we go now. Oh my, yeah.
Yeah.
And Peter as Oppenheimer is
perfect.
Really good.
It's so good. Really and chilling too.
Mm-hmm. The audio quality for him, like it sounds. I like
the choirs too.
You were born to Eternals, but came out looking so scary that your own mother tried to make you a temporary.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? But yeah, no, I think the thing that makes me bring it from a 5 to a 4 is just that Thanos is too out of character. And also, I think the voice
it might be more.
The voice could have been better. Yeah. Honestly.
I'd have to check just like the characterization of Thanos in the comics compared to his MCU interpretation. Of course, everyone's going to know. But the thing is,
they're clearly going for the MCU one.
Yeah,
because he's saying, "I'm often Oppenheimer like I did to my daughter." It's like that line itself is like Thanos wouldn't gloat about killing his daughter. He loved his daughter. It's the only thing he loved.
Did he though? Did he really?
Well, that's what he needed to get the Soul Stone.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe you made this a 3 out of 5 because Biden gets a little too much in the end. I don't think it's actually as much as people think it is.
It is. It's actually double the amount of time.
Really? No, not time. The measures.
what difference does it make? Is he literally gets 30 seconds more than Trump gets.
Well, you gotta also
And
cut,
there's no
you gotta cut out the
I'm not counting
the collusion.
I'm not counting the collusion. And the collusion's only like 5 seconds, so it's still he gets 30 more seconds than Trump does on his second verse to Trump's second verse. And it's like and the other thing is like that collusion thing. So the thing is if you have Biden, so here's the thing, right? If that collusion skit was in the Trump versus Hillary battle, I would have no problem with it at all. Because at the time, we simply didn't. The investigations hadn't happened. We had no clue what was going on with that.
Well, no, it was still before the election. We didn't know that the Russians that there was a conspiracy about that. We didn't know
Right.
until
we wouldn't have known.
2017. So it wouldn't have made sense to be.
It wouldn't have made sense to have it there either. But at least it would make more sense because the investigations didn't happen yet, right? The thing is, this is post the investigation. So if you have Biden drop a line about the Russians, that's fine because that's Biden's opinion. You're having Biden say it. When you have it be a skit in the battle, you're having it being represented as a universal truth. And that to me is that's letting your bias show more than giving Biden extra 30 seconds.
The pain of losing loved ones is something I have seen, so I know how it must have felt when they killed Jeffrey Epstein.
Which it's like,
bro.
But the problem I have with that line is like everyone that's in politics has a connection to Epstein at this point, especially the Clintons, who Biden is supposed to be chill with. So that's the thing. It's like there's too many problems with the specific lines in the battle, and it's like to me this is the most biased one. If they honestly made it more even, I probably would have given it a 4 out of 5.
Bias in terms of time, but
bias in time.
But your campaigns like your family crash and burn.
No, Trump does amazing,
bro.
I think it's very even bars wise, but it's like it's hard for Trump to win when you give Biden so much more time. It's like,
but at least they gave Biden good material despite him going overtime on
his material's good. No,
the Jenner battle.
This battle's not bad. If it was bad, I'd give it like a 2 out of 5. But I really think they really let their bias really shine through, and they even had that line in the end where it's like, "You literally decide," which that was one of the most annoying things about both the elections in 2018 and the elections in 2020 was the amount of ads begging me to go vote, which has never happened for any other election. But I'm not getting into my reasons why I think that happened. Anyways, the next battle.
The last battle of season 6, which is a 5 out of 5 because it's
the best battle, one of the best battles easily.
Yeah.
It's Luke versus Harry Potter. It's such a close battle.
Your mom as a bulletproof vest.
Your mom.
I was over the moon when I heard that line. I could not believe what I heard.
My lightsaber cuts through. They're so slicey. Leave you in what is it? Leave you in a pile like an armor most icily. Hit you with the Wampa ramps. I get icy. What's the next part?
No, the death of my mother saved the wizarding rays. Your mother died of
heartache
when she saw your face. At least when I slither in a sister, she isn't mine.
Boy in a Band does so good as Harry Potter.
You got a lot on your plate. On one hand, the rebellion. On the other, wait.
Dude. I personally think Luke wins that. But it's so close that I don't, like, if you pick Harry or if anyone picks Harry, I don't blame them. To me, the way I feel is that Harry had better disses, but Luke had better flows. And it's really close.
Yeah, I remember seeing comments about that when I first got into ERB. Like, I think I got into ERB. Someone showed me, obviously, Vader versus Hitler. And the next one I saw was the most recent one that came out, which was Hawking versus Einstein. And I remember there being comments about Luke versus Harry. And I'm like, oh, man, that'd be cool to see one day. And then it finally happened, and it didn't disappoint at all.
Not at all. It was so good. It was so
There's not a weak bar in it. The stop motion is even better than the Zeus Thor one. Forest Fire is just a really good animator.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, honestly, I would almost say that's a, because Screw says it's the most fair battle. I'd almost say it's a flawless battle.
I would say so. I think it's probably the best battle.
Yeah.
Arguably the best battle. Because the beat's amazing too. the features are amazing. The
Weasleys
and then Yoda.
and R2.
McClunky.
Yeah.
Bruh. R2D2. It's like, it's just near perfect, if not perfect.
No, I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's hard to argue with, like, against it.
Yeah.
In any way. But, so yeah, that's pretty much all of them, except for the 3 from the new season, which we could just go over real quick. So there's, Ragnar versus Lionheart.
That's like a 3 out of 5. It's so one-sided.
I think it's a 4 out of 5. I like Lionheart a lot. I like the
his flow is good, but they both flow good, and just he wins in the first round. I'm sorry, Ragnar ends him in the first, and then like burns the grave he already dug for him.
I'm eating you alive,
like the gangrene you died from. Oh my. Your only son was illegitimate. You aired on the side. Oh my!
The Plantagenet line.
And then he rebuttals the Circle of Life bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just.
I also like. I really like Lloyd's.
Battle.
I really like Lloyd's ad libs too. You're as weak as Monty Python nights. He's like, his fucking ad libs are fun as hell. But I really like Pete's. I think this is some of Pete's best. Yeah, Pete. I think that's some of his best rapping too, because you're a wannabe, mon ami, kneel down and honor me.
Risha coming through in the end like
Sean Connery. It's like, I think that whole
who invented the royal we me.
Who's the predominantly fictional MC? You're a wannabe, mon ami, kneel down and honor me. That's amazing. I think that's the best flow in the battle. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's one sided, but it's mostly one sided.
For a king that got whacked by I'm not a linguist, but I think the king of English should probably speak English.
Bruh. And then the next battle is Mansa Musa versus Jeff Bezos. I think Jeff Bezos. I think people.
That's a blue origin.
It's blue. I think Screw wins, but I think people. I think it's a little.
It's closer than.
It's closer than most people give credit for. People say it's one-sided. I don't think it's one-sided at all. Because Bezos has a lot of pretty good lines.
I never heard your story, and I own Audible.
The fucking, and then what does he say? It's like when you accidentally killed your mom.
Yeah.
When he's talking about the economics behind his shit, it's like, what's the worth in giving your wealth away? Because now I buy your whole country for a cup of coffee per day. This like, dude. You're destroying
the flex punch. It was a flex punch.
But it's not just a flex punch, but it's also criticizing the way he used his wealth. Because it's like you made all this money, but you didn't make it last. You lost it all, pretty much. It's crazy. And then the newest
Johns.
battle, the Johns, bruh, is that the return of Zach Sherman,
the god.
Ooh, I'm gonna need a dinner reservation for two.
John Wick, I'm efficient and lean, a proficient professional, killing machine, underworld overachiever, looking dapper as I'm bucking. Only one of us to go 3 chapters without sucking. Between the elevator and the mine where you were trapped. You're such tweeners, I should call you both John Shaft. I craft rhymes with pencils, then jam them in necks, so I'm not flexed by vets, flexing void injected pecs. Me excommunicado wasn't more than I can handle, so I think I can withstand excomando when the sad broken dad joking popo is nopo. For the virtuoso bad, virtuoso ho ho ho. To your quivers and bows, I'm delivering blows, and when they land, they won't help to make fists with your toes. Bitcoin, no. Hitcoin, certainly. I'll put you 2 and 2's call it cryptocurrency.
That's the best line. I love that. The cryptocurrency is so good.
Obey your superiors like good cops and soldiers. Raven, Roy, you're done. Over.
Nothing is over. I've never actually. So the funny thing is, I've only seen the first Die Hard. I've not seen any other Die Hard movie. I've not seen any other John Rambo movie. I've not seen any John Wick movie. So as like I know enough about the characters that I was able to follow along. But I love Rambo's portrayal. I like how they added like these nice guitar, like the beats are. I think it's the best beat of this season so far.
The behind the scenes for that is really good.
Yes. But no, yeah, I love that battle. I think that's
Line up, Wick, with your brooding saga. How about little Kuna Matata Baba Yaga?
So
but your acting falls flatter than the Hans.
Groomer! No. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all the ERBs that we can talk about. Oh, yeah. We can quickly give a shout out to Henry VIII versus Hillary Clinton.
There's a couple bars in there that are good.
There's some good. I actually think the impression of Hillary Clinton is better on that one because of the laugh. The laugh is perfect.
Oh my god! Yeah, it is.
The laugh is so good.
There's another one we could.
The Shay Carl lines are terrible.
Yeah, there's one more we can talk about. The other flash in the pan hip hop conflict of nowadays, which is PewDiePie versus Team.
I don't like that one.
T-Series. It was alright.
Yeah, it's
that was
alright.
the closest thing to PewDiePie rapping, even though it was I think Lloyd. I forgot which one did who. It was obviously Peter and Lloyd.
Yeah,
but
I don't remember why. I just remember I haven't because I only heard it when it first came out, so I don't remember why I don't like it that much. But I remember just hearing it and like
it's also
some of the lyrics I didn't like.
It's one very of the moment, like as the title says, hip flash in the pan.
I don't know why they say, but what I don't get is they're like, oh, we couldn't do McDonald's versus Burger King because it's too modern. But it's like Burger King and McDonald's have been around way longer than RoboCop and Terminator. But you did RoboCop versus Terminator.
Well, it's a sponsored video as well.
Well, it's a sponsored video, yeah, but still, they have other battles like that, like Luke versus Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it was like, well, I guess that came out after, but you get what I'm saying. It's like there are other Leonidas versus Master Chief.
Well, one's real.
I guess Leonidas is real, but obviously they're basing it off the graphic novel.
Yeah,
more so than the real interpretation. Anyways, we gotta cut this off because this is our comeback episode, and we came for a really long time. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Is there any final words you want to say, Anthony? What are you laughing at? We came.
We saw.
We kicked some ass. Yeah.
Cool.
No, yeah. So don't forget, our album is out right now. You can hear it. It's I think it's 45 minutes in total.
It's Gray Street.
It's Gray Street.
By Gray Street.
Written by Gay Street. Produced by Gray Street. Sponsored by Gay Street.
You should listen to it while driving on a Gray Street, and spoiler alert.
And crash.
All streets
but don't crash until you finish the album.
All streets are gray.
Text and drive. Anyways, hope you all have a good night. And everyone in the comments, if you've heard this whole podcast, write rest in peace, Danny, in the comments. Because Danny's no longer with us, which is why we got Capo here. Next episode, we're going to do a tier list of the Spider-Man movies, and we're going to have JT and Kadir join us. So, bye.